Hello. Rock your body, mic check, 1, 2. Hello, beautiful people. Rock your body, mic check, 1, 2. And welcome to a new episode of the Receipts podcast. I am your girl, Tolly T.
And just call me Audrey.
Ow! It's getting to be in 6 season. I am so cold right now. Don't feel too well. Brennan's been trying to diagnose me because I said I can feel cold in my bones. Do you know there's certain feelings you feel in your body that you don't know how to explain it? It feels like the inside of my bones and I'm shivering, I'm cold, the lining of my uterus is shedding.
Going on.
Everything that could be going on is going on, so it's all a lot. But I hope you guys are good.
I just recovered from that thing, actually. I just got really ill last week. It was so awful. I thought it might have been COVID again because, you know, that's making a comeback.
I've never had COVID.
Oh my God, it's making a comeback. People have been getting it again. My mum had it not too long ago and it was like definitely COVID.
I hope I don't have COVID.
It was so bad. No, if I feel like with COVID, it starts off with a really intense cough, which you don't have.
I haven't had a cough, no.
Yeah, so every time, no, actually I've only had COVID once, but anytime anyone has COVID and when I had it, it started off with a cough. I'll never forget the time I had it. Oh my God, I was in so much denial. I could not stop coughing. And this was like during the Delta season. And I was just coughing and I was like, oh, it's just a coincidence. But it wasn't even a normal cough. Like when I looked back, it was not a normal cough at all. I still went out. I went to the club.
These are the people that are the problem.
It was so bad.
These are the people that need to be jailed.
I was coughing in the club. The day before I'd gone to dinner and had, oh my God, it was so bad. Anyway, eventually it was fully blown COVID. But for I want to say about 5 days, I was in denial. I was like, nope, I'm not taking a test. Like, it's not COVID, it's just a cough. It's just a cough. And then when I started to lose my taste,
you figured it.
I was like,
here we are.
I think I've got to do a test. Oh my God, it was so fucking awful. And then the night that I went out in the club, everyone got it. Everybody that I was with had it.
And that's on you know that?
Probably, because I think I got it from the day before. Because I think I had it in the restaurant. Because my friend Ria, I was with my friend Ria and she got it. And we were with 2 of our other friends. They didn't get it, but Ria got it.
Right.
And so I was sat directly opposite Ria.
It was all, I hope you guys all know. She's the queen of this.
I was the queen of the vid. I was just going around spreading it because I was in denial. I was just like, and the same thing happened to me when I had mumps in uni. I did
you
not.
Had mumps?
Yeah, I did not want to believe that I had mumps. I was like, ain't no way.
You not believing things doesn't mean things is not happening.
I know. That's how I deal. So I'm just like, no, I don't have it. Like, there's no way until my face was like this. Like, but everyone has those faces now with all their fucking fillers.
Mum face.
But literally, my face was outwards like this and it was angled. And I was still in denial. I was still in denial about it. So what did you think it was?
Oh, just an infection, a bite?
I was just like, do you know what? My face is changing shape. That's okay. I feel run down. I've got flu-like symptoms. It's just a coincidence. And then I knew because there was an outbreak on my floor.
Also, they made mumps sound like it was the worst thing that could... I remember being so scared of having mumps.
Though.
There was like making infertile. There was a big thing about... Because I got chicken pox for the first time in uni. I didn't get it as a kid.
Did you?
Yeah, I got it as an adult for the first time. And chicken pox as an adult is a lot more dangerous because it can turn into mumps. And that's why I had to do one of my exams in isolation.
Oh.
I was the only one in there doing my exam because that's like, you can't spread it. Yeah, it was kind of cool. But thankfully it just stayed chickenpox.
Yeah, thank God.
And I was really worried that it was going to scar my whole body, that
because I've grown up, because as you get older.
Yeah, but like thankfully
chickenpox
that all
it.
went. Well, but that is historical sicknesses to the side.
Exactly.
The kids still
there
get
goes my medical
chickenpox.
history. Yeah, absolutely. Like, kids still get it. But they have a vaccination for it now. But I just don't think it's necessary. I think
it's fine.
It's a rite of passage. Yeah.
That's quite a good idea, actually. Put them all together.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be mad at Anaya getting it now, if I'm being completely honest, because I kind of want it out of the way. Like, a lot of the kids get it in nursery and stuff like that. But, you know, she's obviously in nursery and she doesn't get sick there. Everyone's always talking about how she's not been sick in that place, not one time. But I don't know if it's because she's not there enough. Maybe, like, if you're there full time or whatever. But, yeah, she's never been sick. But I would prefer that she had it now.
And every black baby deserves that picture of calamine lotion
all over their bodies.
Looking like running around like a man. Every black baby deserves that picture. Every black child has that picture. And I'm gutted that I do not have that picture. I'm running around with just a pants and calamine lotion all over your body and looking insane.
I've got that picture and I just look so scary. and like the photography back then wasn't great.
And then your hair was never done.
Exactly,
So it was just like,
my hair's like a hot
pants.
mess, and my eyes look kind of like yellow. Like it's all very scary. But that is a rite of passage. But yeah, people do. They definitely still get chicken pox. It's apparently measles is on the way back. Like,
Something old school's on the way back. I saw in the news. Some old disease is coming back.
oh, rickets. Oh.
What's a ricket?
It sounds horrible. It feels like it's something to do with your bones.
Oh, maybe that's what I've got because my
Oh,
bones
God
feel cold.
forbid.
What's a ricket? What is a ricket?
God forbid.
It's like it makes your bones grow like it breaks.
I know that doesn't sound good.
Because I can
God
feel it.
forbid.
What I'm feeling is in my bones. I feel cold in my bones.
You're just really cold. You're just really cold. That's all. Just
And I'm exhausted.
You'll be
I am
absolutely
so
fine.
exhausted.
It's nothing crazy. But measles is crazy. What is the other really old school disease? I think it's gone now.
Oh, polio.
No, polio. No, not polio. That is a horrible one as well. Not polio. It's another one. It's more like rashy. No,
Okay,
I can't
horrible
remember.
sciences to the side.
I can't remember. It's gone
Hobbit
out of my
Audrey
head.
to the side.
Exactly.
You can stop the
I can't
horrible
can't
history.
remember. I don't
thing.
even want to speak it into existence. Yeah, forget
Also,
it.
do you know for the longest time when people would say, "Oh, they feel really run down" or whatever, right? I used to think, yeah, I get it. And I also didn't think it would last this long. I feel so run down. And like it's affecting any aspect of creativity or trying to, I think I might wrap up this year.
Yeah, this year's got to be
I think,
done
you know
with.
what?
It's over.
Just try to survive the rest now.
Yeah.
I think in this idea of me still trying to be like, no, trying to create something, trying to do something before the year ends, I don't think I've got it in me. I'm so run down and so waking up every morning, I'm so exhausted. And I don't even know if it's just a sleep thing.
Yeah, do you know what? I feel that at the end of the day, like when the day is done, then I'm just like, feel shattered. I feel bloody exhausted. But I can't do things like, I can't reset at certain times. So for example, like if I decide I'm going to start eating clean, I'm not going to start eating clean on a Thursday. That doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm always going to start on the Monday. I'm like, okay, let me just go ham between now. Monday we move. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's October. Like, I'm not going to start feeling
but it's
like
the whole
inspired.
thing everyone's like, you've got 12 weeks
in
left
October.
to make the most of the 12.
No, it's done.
Can't,
Start to pack it in. Start to wind down towards the end of the year. January we go again, kind of thing. Like,
yeah, I don't have it in me to now be like, okay, cool, let's finish the year strong.
yeah, no.
I'm trying to finish it alive. Like that's actually all the aspiration I've got right now, to try to finish it alive. To finally finish it strong, it feels like
That's
a big ask.
Yeah, that's too much pressure.
Yeah,
man.
it just feels like, and then there's that whole December of the like festive season, and I'm so.
Oh yeah, we've got all of that to come.
Yeah, I am run down. Fuck me.
No, I hear it. I don't think that this time of the year is the year to start being like extra motivated.
How
Just
do
wait till
people
January.
that are always motivated and always, how are they doing it?
I wonder what kind of drugs they're on.
Like, no, like I literally, they're always doing something. The next move is always, they've always got next move. How are you doing this?
I'm not that person. I'm definitely just trying to get by day to day as well. But some people are just that way inclined. I don't know. They should share it. But then when they do, they're like motivational speakers, isn't it? I don't really want to hear it through a motivational speech kind of thing. But some people are just that way inclined. And I also think sometimes it's like running away from stuff as well. Do you know what I mean? Like if you just want to constantly be busy, you know, there might be more to it. It might be deeper than what we think. Or not.
I like to hope that everybody that's achieving highly has got something wrong with them.
They're just incredibly motivated individuals, and good for them. I'm not there right now. But end of the year blues, I feel like it's normal. And it's getting darker. You know, sad is starting to come into season, isn't it?
Yes,
it's that time of the year, just in general.
And it's just, and a year feels like it's actually flown by, to be fair.
It fucking has. I can't even believe that January's around the corner.
I am laughing at the start of the year, me. All the things I was going to do. LOL.
I know, same. I did not.
All the grand plans are going to do.
Same.
Oh my God, I'm going to take over the world. I'm going to...
Yeah, no, time really,
nothing
flew.
has been ticked.
It really, really flew by. This year's kind of a write-off. We go again 2026.
I can't keep having write-off years.
No. This is the only one. Next year we go again.
Having write-off years. It can't keep being like this.
It's like, this was this year. The studio was this year. Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Anyway, you came here for joy. I don't actually know why you came here. I don't know if you came here to listen to joy. I don't know if you came here for happiness. Whatever it is you came here for, hopefully we can give you a little bit of it this episode, or we can just keep it real and be like, things are kind of shitty right now. And
I think they come for a bit of everything.
Joy is coming, as the song says, hopefully.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not that That's not that joyful.
What?
Flipping Tim Westwood.
Oh, it is joyful because I'm happy
that is joy.
Like,
that is
get
good.
him out of here.
Yeah.
I like, also, why is it just now? I thought after the BBC documentary, so Tim Westwood is a radio presenter, a UK radio presenter, radio DJ.
Yeah.
Worked at the BBC for years and years and years. And for years and years and years, many people have accused him of sexual abuse, sexual assault and rape. And he notably targets black women. And I don't just know if that's just like a taste type thing, that's his type, or if there's something more seedy towards it as well, because it knows that these are the black women that normally don't get believed or don't get listened to or don't get reported or things like that. And it's been going on for years and years and years, and finally has it been arrested now? Has it been charged? What's the
I think
new
he's
update?
been charged. I'm pretty sure he's been charged of 4 counts of rape.
Because there was a huge documentary that came out about him on BBC, and he ran away to Ghana. He went to some African country and was still hiding out there doing parties.
He was still working.
He was still working and still doing stuff, and all of this has happened. So hopefully I was like, it's been going on for years. I can't believe it's just now that we're like, oh cool, let's charge him now.
Yeah,
For years,
Choice,
for years,
Capital,
BBC for years, then Capital for years
Capital
as well.
Extra, Pimp My Ride, he hosted that as well. Like, he's definitely been like kind of like a gatekeeper when it comes to like UK hip hop, and just bringing a lot of people over from the US as well. Like, people would specifically come over to do his show. Like, he was like on the run. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was on the press run of like, you know, if rappers and stuff came in town. It's so long overdue. I feel like everybody, if you're my age group, maybe, and above, definitely, like, you've got stories about Tim Westwood.
I remember being at university and Tim Westwood would be like the hired DJ, and everyone's like, oh, there's a Tim Westwood party, and we're like 18-year-olds, 18, 19-year-olds, and at this point Tim Westwood was probably in his late 30s or 40s.
Babe, he was definitely in his 50s.
Maybe his 50s, actually, yeah. And he would do that weird thing. I could see all the sexy ladies, like, sexy ladies.
Wine on down.
Yeah, wine on down for Tim Westwood. Like, he was just a little creep. I didn't even know it was to be like who's this old white man about talking about sexy ladies? Get the fuck out about, like, we want the young people. Please, where's DJ Montana, you know?
Exactly.
Like, give us the young DJs. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I definitely think it was, like, intentional over the years, like his targeting of black women and stuff like that. But yeah, like there's so many things, because, okay, this might be a bit of a reach, but I was watching Call Her Daddy with Kim Kardashian, and Alex asked her, like I'm on friendly terms with her, Alex Cooper asked her if, what is the one thing that you feel like you could have got cancelled over or nearly got cancelled over? And then Kim was talking about this photo shoot she did for, I can't remember what magazine it was, but it was some magazine, some high-end magazine, and basically she was like flirting with Justin Bieber in the shoot. And I remember that shoot so vividly. Like, Kim looked gorgeous, like she, had a red lip, and they were kind of frolicking around in the ocean on a beach. Right. And Kim was basically like, yeah, I guess, like, if the first thing that comes to mind is like that shoot, and she was just like, I just don't know why nobody across that thought it was weird, because he would have been 16 at the time and Kim was definitely in her 30s at the time. And obviously nothing inappropriate, well, she was like, nothing inappropriate happened, but just the imagery of it. So I say all that to say that, like, at the time, so we just let things slide. Because I remember, like, no one thought it was problematic. And I just think it's because people just weren't speaking about these things. Like, no one thought, what on earth has this old man, like, why is he on university campuses DJing, lurking around? Yeah. And I remember, like, he would we went to Brunel, and he would often be lurking in the halls.
Yes. Like after DJ set, why are you still here?
Like, literally after his set, and he was often like the headlining act, so they'd have all these other DJs, and then he'd be like the final act or whatever. And then afterwards, I vividly remember times of seeing Tim Westwood up and down my halls, like in my uni halls. I'm like, what are you doing? And at the time, I never thought anything of it. I just thought, half a sister, like, I didn't even think it was weird. That was very much the time. This was like 2005, 6, them times. We just weren't having these conversations. So a lot of people, a lot of things were able to slide under the radar. Like they were just able to get through. No one thought it was weird. I think we were more enamored with the celebrity of it all,
Of him, yeah.
than like what could his motivations be like.
And
what
also,
could his
he used to do this
intentions
thing
be?
of like localizing his celebrity. So he was like this big DJ that would be like, but he'd still
National
chat
radio,
to you.
yeah.
He was still, so you'd be like, oh, like, but he's such a big star and he's still around and things like
Exactly.
that. It's just, and also the documentary was saying how he would like promise kids like internships and things like that, and then they will use that as a way to like be inappropriate with them. And it was just, yeah, I'm just surprised it's just now.
Same.
So does he now have to come back to England and face?
I guess so. I don't know where he's living now. I know that he had moved to Ghana at one point. I don't know if he's still there or whatever. But I'm guessing he'll be extradited and he'll have to come back here and face justice. But hopefully something actually gets done about it, because there's been way too many stories about Tim Westwood and his fucking antics. And yeah, I just really hope the victims get the justice they deserve, because I remember watching that documentary as well, because it was in the height of COVID, I think that documentary came out. And there was just victim after victim again using the same tactics. Oh, you know, I can get you this, I can promise you this. And like, and not that it makes any of it okay, but like his charges are like 4 counts of rape.
Yeah, it's
like
4 counts
forcing
of rape,
himself.
9 counts of indecent assault, and 2 counts of sexual assault.
Insane. And it's, for me, it's the hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Because we look back and it's just
back
like,
to 1983.
yeah, he's been doing this. That's before I was born.
Date back to 1983.
That is crazy.
Do we have a thingy law in this country?
Like a statute of
Statute
limitations.
of limitation law?
Mm.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah, I get
From
yeah.
1983, and then the last one that's here was from 2016.
See, can you imagine the gall and
Jesus.
the audacity?
So the things that people that haven't spoken out, the things that people that didn't even know that had happened to them or not, the sort of thing, it's just really, really mad. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, like, that man needs to rot.
Yeah, good riddance. I really, really hope he faces justice, because yeah, this is like decades long of abuse that he's been doing this, and like it's so sick. Like, he knows that black women weren't going to be believed.
Yeah.
Women are not believed in general. Women are not believed. But add the extra layer of race and all of these like tropes about black women just being stronger, or black women being hypersexualized and like taking advantage of things like that. I just think that is just sick. And the thing is, people can't, because there's still people now being like, oh, why? That's the thing that pisses me off the most, when people are like, why now? Like,
Someone should shut
exactly. Like, it's just, it fucking pisses me off when people do that, and they're like saying, "Oh, but this doesn't take away from his legacy." He spun some records.
So
like,
what's
what are you
the
talking
legacy?
about? Exactly. I'm not understanding.
It's not even like he was the one making the music. He
Exactly.
he just played it in the club.
Exactly. And it
And
was
also
just,
it does take. And do you know what? This is his legacy.
Yeah.
Actually,
Make this his legacy.
Like, you can't do bad things and then be like, well, I was a really good DJ, I was a really fast runner,
So?
I was a really good actor, I was a really good musician. Your bad thing is your legacy.
Exactly.
That's what you've done to your name. That's what the same
You
with
did
Bill
that.
Cosby. That's what you've done to yourself. That's what you've done to your name. And people, they can't even say trying to take a black man down in this case, because
Yeah, exactly. They can't even use that one.
can't even
They
use that
can't
one in
even
this
use
case.
that one.
So
Thank
thank God.
God.
Because they would have
Yeah.
reached for the taking a black man down.
Do you know what? Some of them, they would still say that.
They probably would still say
They're
it,
still
yeah.
low-key trying to say that, because he was so affiliated with like the culture
He was
and stuff
so
like that.
affiliated with black culture.
But yeah, he really, really, really was. And I think he is problematic for so many different reasons.
A nasty man.
Obviously, this is the height of his depravity. Like, and he's just sick. I just proper remember, like, he would just be like, yeah, and the sexy girls are coming all the way down. Oh,
and it was a weird accent, because
it was like a weird American accent. Yeah.
Just big for nothing, tall,
Yeah,
nasty
very
man.
tall, awful,
Yeah, man. Nasty,
lanky,
sick.
nasty piece of work. And yeah, may he...
I remember hearing that. I remember hearing that he was like a
sometimes
posh,
the PKs,
upbringing, bishop type of person. Ringing up.
Lord. So he probably rebelled by listening to hip hop, and I bet his pipeline was like Beastie Boys. I don't know. He just gives
And
that.
I love this shit, man.
Yeah, I love.
The beats, the rhymes.
Oh God, what a hot mess. But
nasty behaviour.
Yeah, nasty piece of work.
Also, did you see the news about Angelo?
I'm so sad.
Do you know what's made me? And it took me a minute to put
So
2 and 2
sad.
together, because Andrew Stone died in March. They've got a son together.
Yeah.
So that boy has lost both his parents in a year. Oh my God. Like, I cannot
It's
imagine
very
that
deep.
level of grief.
It's
like,
very, very
Jesus
deep.
Christ.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes when celebrities die, we think, like, we forget about their actual lives. We see it as like, oh my God, we've lost this great musician, whatever. There's like, no, they've got kids, they've got family, that these people are actually affected by. I always think about, because I understand it as a fan, your need to kind of like talk about it publicly and post their picture and stuff. And what must that be like for the actual family who have to see that on socials continuously?
Exactly. I don't post people when they die very often because I don't know, because I just don't want, and I'm not shaming anybody that does, I completely get it and like I just feel like I just don't want to do something just because everyone's doing it. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, like we've all seen it now. Everyone's like post. I don't know. It just makes me feel a bit funny, but yeah, it must be absolutely awful because you're not gonna not be on your phone. You're not gonna not be on socials.
You're gonna
like
see stuff.
you're gonna still see, and it's like, of course, like our deepest condolences to his son. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know much about his private life. I don't know. I just know that he had a son with Angie Stone. I know very little about D'Angelo.
I just know
apart
that
from the
he's
fact
music.
That he made amazing
yeah,
music.
he
and
made
I
really
guess,
good music.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Like, you know.
I didn't even know it was sick. I don't know if that's public
No,
knowledge
it wasn't.
that
It
he was
wasn't.
sick.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
So
Oh,
everywhere
okay.
that I've seen that people talk about it, he was dealing with it very privately, and not many people knew about it at all. And it was pancreatic cancer, and it's just like
And
I guess
that one is,
exactly. That's a
oh,
fast,
that one.
And if there's anything that
Cancer, man.
I think that we can take from this stuff is like, just especially black men, go and get checked, man.
Yeah.
Like, go and get checked.
Yeah.
Like, don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. Like, because 51 is incredibly young. Like, I cannot even stress how young 51 is to lose. And I'm not saying that he didn't, I don't know anything, but I'm just saying, like, if there's anything that we can take from it, it's like, absolutely, like, go and do your checks, like, take your health seriously kind of thing. But yeah, RIP, it's so sad. Like, so sad. And same, I know nothing apart from his music.
Yeah,
You know?
I didn't. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, and just, I can't remember if I talked about it already, but DJ AG was doing this like outreach thing to encourage like men to go and check their prostate. And he went into detail about it, like, what the process was and the procedure and all of that. And people were in the comments saying, that's gay, bro.
You know what? Do what you
I'm
want.
just
Then.
like,
I actually don't give a shit. Do whatever. Then. Don't check it.
I
check
don't.
it. Do your worst. Don't check
at
it.
this
Whatever.
point, I don't even know what to say.
Stupid
Like,
idiots.
homophobia runs so deep in your veins that you're so scared to touch yourself and so scared that you might enjoy it that you won't even go and get checked out. You won't let someone check you. You won't check yourself. If that is your mindset, and if you're that stunted in your brain, in your mindset, then I don't really know
And then
what
what
else to say.
gets me is, then there's this big complaint that, no one talks up for men and someone is doing it here and you're saying this. Do you know
Someone
what?
that looks like you with the platform, using their platform.
Don't check yourself.
Don't check then, exactly.
Don't do what you want.
There's women can't handhold you to do these things. Like, all we can do is amplify it if someone's doing it. And I remember looking at that thinking, because I didn't know where it was going. And then when I continued to listen to it, and I was like, he's encouraging people to go check their prostates. The comments were a mess. The comments were absolutely diabolical. I was literally so embarrassed for them. I was like, this is embarrassing that this is the first thing that comes to mind, And it's just, it's very mad. It's very, very mad. But yeah.
I'm really curious too, because I think that why women have been really great is we've like really mastered the thing of like who we find influential, who we find as aspirational, who we find as like, like women people look up to, right? And it's not even an age thing. I have people younger than me that I think are doing amazing things that I look up to. Like, we have that. Do men have that, or do they feel like they need it? Like, or is it just a thing of like we don't need people to look up to, that we're good?
The thing is, they definitely need it because they're always complaining. Because anytime an issue comes out, the first thing they say is, we don't have these examples. We don't have anyone speaking out. And what I always translate that to is, the women are not speaking out. But the thing is, unfortunately, there are people, but they just choose to focus on the nonsense, I think. I think it's just that they don't platform the right people. I just think it's
So what celebrity
really
could be like, hey guys, and they'll be like, cool, yeah, you're cool enough for us to
Future.
listen to. Would it have to be Future or Jay-Z?
It would have to be like, no, literally, it would have to be Future and Jay-Z. I can't think of anybody. I can't think. Yeah, I think if Future said go and check,
losers
I
like
think
that.
if
No,
Future
no.
said go and check your prostate, then they would
And put
probably,
it in a funky rhyme.
and put it to a beat. They may go. they may go. I honestly don't know, because I know that obviously like we've got our influencers and stuff like that. Like I don't know, like I guess they've got the podcasters and stuff, but they're too busy talking about who pays on the first date and all of this bullshit that doesn't really move us forward. So yeah, I don't know, but that's a really good starting point for them. Like who they choose to, but they do have people. They do have idiots. Like a lot of the people that are vocal, like they have like the Dame Dashes and stuff of the world. It's such a shame because he's not someone that's using his platform to speak on things that are important. It's just all self-indulgent bullshit that no one cares about. But there's definitely men out there that are doing the work. There's so many. Like I come across so many that are really, really great content creators that are talking sense. But what they do is they kind of just like ostracize those men as like, if a man has respect for women or they're talking about the patriarchy, they're immediately othered. They don't want to know.
Yeah, like they're suckers.
They're suckers. They're simps.
Losers, yeah.
They're all of this stuff. Like, and so they're not gonna progress. And unfortunately, the people in the middle, they're the ones that are just the people that are kind of like, they're not harming women. They're just going about their day. They're just doing whatever. They probably are going to the doctors. They're not the ones that are vocal. Do you know what I mean? It's always
the whole
the
time
idiots.
you're talking, I'm listening. I'm just trying to think of how Future can rhyme.
Prostate.
Yeah, like I'm sitting there thinking, like, what could be the lyric that would get the people going, that people would just go check their prostate? Like, just go and figure it out. And the thing is, I won't even mind if people are not doing things out of fear. I understand the fear. Because I think like both men and women, both everyone has the fear of that going to doctors and being told something's wrong with you. And if you can put it down to like, no, I'm just scared, fair. But it's the fact, oh, that's gay. It's
but they'll say it's gay to be scared.
Like,
or they'll say it's like not masculine or whatever.
Also, it's 2025. This still can't be the insult. This still can't be the how you're holding yourself to be like, oh, you're not going to do something because it's deemed as... What?
I think for you to be that fearful, you must be scared about something that you haven't figured out yourself yet. Because something that I am not cannot trigger me this much. Do you know what I mean? Like I cannot be moved.
Getting your prostate checked, then
like,
you won't wake up and be like, oh my God, I'm gay.
Exactly. Like I don't know what this fear is unless
do you know what I mean?
Unless the fear is innately already in you,
so
unless there's some untapped feelings.
It's the same people that have the things about like, oh, the television is making our kids gay, or the TV shows are making our kids gay. I don't know if they are actually. Actually, like, I don't know if that's what's happening.
No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. But there was this guy that was on Big Brother that was kicked out. Oh my God, he was saying some mad things.
Is Big Brother on?
Yeah, yeah. So this guy called George, and it was just very like. To be fair, you saw it coming. He ended up getting kicked out. You saw it coming because the pipeline to the madness was getting like madder and madder and madder every time he said something. So he's 23. He's very well spoken, but he just has some very mad viewpoints. So he was talking about immigration a lot and that whole thing of like, oh, people coming here and, national identity and blah, blah, blah. And someone asked him, would you be mad if like white Americans were celebrating like the 4th of July? And of course, he didn't really have any comeback, but he was talking about, we're celebrating certain days and like Indian culture and Pakistani culture and blah, blah, blah. And this is England doing all of that. He was doing all of that speech. But then he got kicked off because he said something very mad. But they didn't even air it. That's how mad it was, what he said. But you could see that the levels of madness were there. So I'm not even that surprised. But he was like, he was like, I'm 23, I've never had a kiss, and I've never even kissed a woman, I've never been in a relationship, I've never had sex. But he was like, I'm not ashamed of that. Like, I'm not ashamed of it. Like, not everybody is so driven by like the sexual culture and the sexual world that we live in, which I actually, like, I kind of rate him for being honest about that. But oh my God, what was my point? I don't even know how we fucking got here.
Speaking of celebrity TV shows, have you been watching Celebrity Traitors?
I haven't. I didn't even know it was on.
It is so good.
Really?
Do you know
Who's on
like,
it? Is it
the
UK?
first season, yeah, Alan Carr's in it.
Oh, is he?
I'm
gonna watch that.
And he's a traitor, but he's the worst liar.
Is he?
No,
I need to watch
him.
it.
He can't. He keeps. It's actually a really good cast. Jonathan. Wozy. Jonathan Ross.
Jonathan Ross. Okay.
Kat Burns is in it.
Oh,
Alan
fun.
Carr's in it. It's actually a very decent cast. Yeah. Really.
I had no idea that was on. I'm definitely gonna watch that.
Alan Carr is so, proper. Like, I've been laughing because I stopped
so
watching Traitors after season 1 because I was like, I think I honestly think season 2 is all reality TV shows need, because otherwise it gets a bit thingy. But Traitors is they've been so funny.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's actually worth the watch.
I had no idea.
Yeah. It's
I love Traitors.
British one. Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna watch
I was watching one episode and it had to do that whole thing of like going into a coffin, and I was like, I can't.
No.
When I don't don't know how
No.
people go on TV shows and they say they have to lay in a coffin and people
Never.
do it. That is when I'll be like,
Never.
thank you very much. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going
No,
home.
I would never. That's like my worst. That's like my worst fear,
I
being
don't know
buried
how
alive.
people can lay in a coffin, play for
No,
TV.
I'm not playing around with stuff like that. Ain't
What?
no fucking way. Just the no. Oh my god, just the
When
thought
I was
of it.
watching it, I was just like, oh my God, you not feel.
No, I cannot. Just sucking all the air. That oh my god, no. Ain't
And I
no
forgot
way.
how like trailers can be quite dark.
Yeah, it's very dark.
It's quite
Yeah,
dark.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
was just like, this
when
whole
they
like
proper put
laying a
the-
coffin thing,
I mean, they probably put the mud on top of them. I'm like, you're doing too
yeah,
much.
they're doing too much. This is not necessary.
Like,
it's a TV
it's-
show.
yeah, exactly.
Not-
I mean,
I'm
come
not
on.
doing all of that.
No, I don't
But
think
if you
I
were to
could
do
do
a TV show, a celebrity one, I think Traitors is one I would actually want to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No, the thing is, I would ordinarily say traitors, but then I realise it does come with activities. I don't want to do activities.
It does have physical activities.
If it was just we chill in the house and speculate and then sit around the table every night, cool. But they have to do all of those very strenuous activities.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do any of that stuff, like all the heavy lifting and the moving of the pitchfork. And no, I don't want to do any of that.
How would you play it though? Because when I was watching, because Tamika's in it. Tamika that was in EastEnders.
Oh,
Remember
yes,
her?
yeah.
And like for now, she's just kind of like, for now she's just kind of going in the background. Like she's not really saying too much.
Smart.
Yeah, but I was just like, I wonder how I would play it. If I'd be more like, let me just like go to the background so people can forget me.
I'd have to be, is it faithful?
Faithful, yeah.
I'd have to be a faithful
I'd have to be a
because
traitor.
I just don't think I could hold water being a traitor. I just think I'd be making it so bait.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'd make it so bait. And the thing is, not intentionally, but I think that I'd be trying to not make it in my trying not to make it bait, be making it bait.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's just easier for me to just be a faithful and just plead my case that I am. I feel like that feels easier. Because I feel like when you're a traitor, you have to really get into character, don't you?
Yeah.
And I just don't know how I would do that because I'll just be like, oh, it's definitely not me.
No, that's what Alan Carr's doing. The man is just giggling. And I'm just like, how has no one clocked that this
I'll
man
just be
is
like,
a traitor?
it's not me. But it's definitely someone, I wouldn't even know how I would handle that.
I think I just hate the question, so trying to be like, oh, it's not me. Like, that would just piss me off.
I think fading into the background is a very
I think
good...
I'd fade into the background.
That's
just
a very
be very
good strategy.
quiet, just be like people... Because people just forget you for a while.
That's the thing. So if you can stay there for as long as possible without people kind of like...
Clocking on, yeah.
Because I remember the last season of like the civilian version, like one girl who was a traitor was doing too much. Oh my God, she got clocked so quickly because she was just doing a lot. She was so reactive and she was just like, guys, like it's definitely someone over, and just being very like loud and just obvious kind of thing. So I think that, that structure, because I think Mina did that really well.
Yeah.
She faded into the background and kind of just made friends with everybody and just built everyone's trust, like, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? Like, if people can trust you, because some people are really adamant when they're playing. I'm like, how can they like, no, that person's definitely not a traitor. They wouldn't lie to me. So you met them on a train 10 minutes ago.
Mate, if
like,
you
how
could
do
see
you know?
the betrayal that Alan Carr did to Paloma Faith, they were like best friends on the show, and he had to kill someone. He killed her, and then everyone was just like, "Oh, he must be so hurt." That was his close friend. He was like, "Yeah, he's going to fight for her vengeance," and he was the one that killed her off.
See?
And also, I was so surprised she went first because she's such a big character.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he
yeah.
deaded her, and it was just like, let's keep
Yeah.
it moving. But it's a really good cast. I haven't seen it's been a while since I watched a celebrity reality show that I feel like I kind of know everyone. Do you know sometimes you're like, who is this?
Oftentimes I'm like,
Yeah.
who the hell is that? And I know the lowest of the low.
Real celebrity.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And I think
I
it's
feel like
a
it's
show
cool.
that
Yeah.
real celebrities will do because it feels
It's cool. It's still relevant.
It's
It's
cool to
cool.
be a traitor, like
Yeah.
traitors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also I feel like there's some shows that you know that it's because people are starting to get washed.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So when you see them do it, you're like, okay, you need a check.
comeback.
Yeah, you need
What
a
show
comeback.
would
You need a
say that
check.
is? I think I'm a Celebrity.
I think
kind of
I'm a
looks like that.
celebrity. Yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind. Anything where it's not Strictly. I think Strictly's still quite prestige.
Wait
but
a minute.
all the others.
The Prestige one seems to be the BBC ones. It's the BBC,
yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is. Because what else is on there?
Traitors is BBC.
Oh, Traitors.
Strictly is
Strictly is
BBC.
BBC. Yeah.
And everything else kind of feels a bit like fanfare-ish.
Yeah, because the dancing on ice. I'm so sorry. I very rarely
I
know
have
who the
never
fuck is on
watched-
that.
I
Neither
have
have I. I don't
never
care about
watched-
ice skating that much. But shout out to Wibbling Dings. They're getting a check off of that. Like,
I've actually never even set my eyes on
me
Dancing on
either.
Ice.
I've never ever watched it. There isn't, because sometimes there'll be like someone that you like that you kind of want to see. You want to see them.
Yeah.
And so there's never anyone that I've ever tapped into that show because I'm like, oh, I want to see them perform. Like, I don't give a shit. So I've never watched Dancing on Ice. I've never watched, like,
Do you watch Strictly?
I don't, you know.
I don't really watch Strictly.
I don't really watch Strictly.
I don't really watch
I don't
Strictly.
really
I don't
care.
get.
I get why people love it, but it's not a bit of me. The only thing that I will watch is like Celebrity Big Brother, and that one I don't even care if I know the contestants or not, because the dynamics on that show is just so mad that so oftentimes there'll be a couple of people that I know, like an ex-Towie person or whatever, but that's the only one really.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm not really like thingy. But the American version of Celebrity Traitors is just, it's different.
Is it good?
No, I didn't like it. I felt like they did too much. Like I feel like they have a lot more different elements and stuff, and it's just
they tried to make it too fancy.
and then also they mix it with civilians.
No.
So they've got some celebrities, and then they've got and it's like proper like perpetual reality TV stars. So it wasn't a bit of me. But oh my God, speaking of reality TV, and you've never watched the Braxtons, have you?
No.
So the Braxtons, obviously Toni Braxton and her sister, they've got their reality TV show, which has been on for years, and I loved the original seasons. Like it was so good, like it was brilliant. But now the girls are fighting, and it's actually really sad.
What, the sisters?
Yeah, they're all fighting.
Oh, no.
And before, they were never the perfect family. Like you saw arguments here or there, but they would always break into song, and it was a nice black family kind of thing. But now the secrets are starting to become unraveled. And I think since Tracy died, like R.I.P. Tracy, like one of the sisters passed, they've got a niece because they've got a brother. So there's 5 girls, and they've got their brother.
Oh, okay.
And their brother has a daughter, and she basically came out and revealed how she's kind of estranged from the family because one of her aunt's husbands, so I guess her uncle, was basically being sexually inappropriate with her at 16. Oh. And then people kind of did the maths and clocked which sister it was and which husband.
Oh,
so, you know, no, not Tracy. Oh my God, I totally forgot her name. So, yeah, I can't remember which sister it was. Trina. So it was Trina and her ex-husband Gabe, who on the show back in the day was so problematic, nasty piece of work. Their marriage was fucked. And so people did the maths and clocked that it was him that done it. So she's been estranged from the family because she said her dad was abusive and her mum was like a deadbeat.
Yeah.
And so she doesn't talk to any of them, but she's come out and revealed this information. And people were just, and she was like, oh, my aunt basically didn't believe me and she chose her husband over me and she called me fast and she said that I was egging him on at 16 and this is a grown-ass man.
I hate that kind of talk. I hate it.
Exactly. And so Tamar, who has seemingly always been the problematic one because she's loud, but now she's not the villain. Like the way the show always portrayed Tamar Braxton out to be the villain, and come to find out she's actually not the villain. So they've basically ostracized her because she's taken her niece in. Like she's basically the only one that believed her. Maybe she took it a step too far by inviting her on the podcast to talk about it. But I guess...
But is that a step too far,
But if that's her prerogative, that's her prerogative. And also, Tamar has been very public about the sexual abuse that she faced growing up as a kid. So obviously, they've got that bond. So the girls were... So the Braxton sisters were like fighting, like physically fighting.
Because I think it's
like
the
Big
need
Tony
to
Braxton.
keep this... Like so many of these things happen within families, right? They always say a lot of people who face sexual assault is probably men that they know, right? Or like their family members or things like that. And the need to keep it a family secret is what keeps these things going on for years and years because you don't want to shame the family. Oh no, let's not talk about it. Oh, that's your uncle. That's people like. And I think sometimes yes, but no, fuck the family secret. Yeah. Everybody actually needs to know what's going on here. Exactly.
And I can only imagine you know this, but then you know that they're getting paid to, you know, portray themselves as this perfect family.
Exactly.
And here you are being a victim in a situation where no one took up for you, and especially because they do up empowerment and female empowerment and stuff like that, but your own niece wasn't believed as a child. Like, I definitely understand her need to like come out and tear everything down, like 100%. But the girls were fighting like Tamar and Tony like came to blows. Yeah. And I was shocked.
Toni Braxton was fighting.
Toni Braxton was fighting. Like, she stood up and got in Tamar's face. And I just could not believe it because she's always been Toni Braxton.
It's the Toni Braxton,
She's been like the more prestige one. She kind of like, you felt like she just passes through the reality TV show because she's doing them a favour.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what it's always given. And Tamar was always the bratty youngest kid and blah, blah, blah. But they came to blows because basically when Tamar did the podcast, they sent her a cease and desist to be like, don't put this out. Do not put this out. And so that's why, so Tamar brought it to camera and then, you know, it all just went up in flames.
But fighting your sister because she's trying to look after your niece who's been sexually abused is
actually mad.
It's really kind of fucked.
It's really
I understand
fucked.
that. I
really
don't
fucked.
understand it, but you're trying to like save the family name or whatever. But like this is bigger than what the family name
100%.
is now. And sometimes I think people need to realise sometimes the family name is actually rotten.
Exactly.
sometimes the family name is actually not worth us upholding and being thinking about because it's actually rotten. It's very cool. Let's say what the truth is and keep it moving. This thing of like, oh, I understand, and I think a lot of black families are brought up like that. Don't hang your dirty laundry outside. Don't talk about your business. Things that happen so within the family. That's why shit happens in families because everybody can almost trust the fact that no one's going to go and talk about this. No one's actually going to speak against this. You see it where like someone will abuse someone and they're taken back into the family because nobody wants to actually face what's happened here because it will spoil the family name. Who the fuck are we?
And that it becomes more important than the safety of some of the children
in the family.
But I think that when your ego is that mad to the point where a family name or a reputation is more important than the safety of children in your family, I think you fucking lost it. And it does take a big whistleblower to be like, no, we need to tear this shit up.
And
because
also,
what are we doing here?
And I know every family has that, that uncle, but should everybody not?
No, we shouldn't normalise
that. uncle shouldn't be around anyone. Like, because everybody seems to always have that, it's a bit of, there's the dodgy uncle. Maybe let's not have the dodgy uncle around.
Exactly. How about that? How about instead of, because I just feel like it's so much more work to just cover it up all the time and make sure you go and put something on and blah, blah, blah. And surely just not letting him come round.
When people have the dodgy uncle, because like, you'd have your mum be like, go upstairs.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll go put something on. Like, what? Like, that's weird.
Surely it's easier for him to just not come over.
Yeah, surely let's just never talk to this uncle and then nobody has to go get dressed when he comes because he's not around.
Exactly.
And this is not like you're walking around naked. You probably just got shorts.
Yeah, of course,
go upstairs, go and put something on.
Little vest top or whatever. You can't even be free in your
because
own
of some
house
weirdo
because someone's
uncle.
coming over. Like, it's so problematic. And it's just like, the way that Tamar's been framed to be the bad guy, and it's like she's actually not, and she's the only person speaking up for the niece. And it's really sad. But I was like, rah, like they're coming to blows over this. But I think that whole thing is so wild, like protecting abusers and shit.
I don't get it.
I will never understand that.
Because what are they protecting? Are they protecting the abuser? Are they protecting that this kind of thing is happening in our family? What is the protection of? Because why would you... And also, should your initial protection not go to the child that this is happening to?
I think it's so multifaceted. I think there's so many different layers. I think for some people, and this is why they say that like some people specifically target like single mums and stuff, because they can bank on that, especially if you come from the kind of household where you're raised that like men are the providers, this man's coming into our family, he's going to make things better. Do you know what I mean? Like it's so like, and it's mad, it shouldn't be, but it might be a red flag. Like if you've got a lot of kids and someone's like very persistently interested in you, because sometimes they have that agenda, and some women grow up in those kind of households where it's like, he's going to come in and save the day. So that becomes greater than the safety of the children, because it's like you're operating from a place of like survival. If this person's going to come in and pick up some of the slack and they're going to help out with the bills, and abusers and stuff like that, they know what they're doing. That's why they target women like that sometimes, that that are vulnerable in these situations, that are alone, that are poor, whatever the case may be. So I think it's that. Sometimes it's desperation. Sometimes it's like you feel like, I can't do this without this man or whoever. And sometimes it's just like ego. It's the reputation of the family. It's just like we don't want this coming out. Like and that
and it'll be
is
families
more
that
important.
nobody even know. So someone pick up, like, who are we?
Exactly.
Who the fuck is that? The banjo?
Exactly.
It matters if it comes out or not. Like,
no one gives a shit. No one cares. Yeah. But for some people, maybe they don't want to be like known to the police, or they don't want to be known to social services. But it's mad. None of that stuff should trump the safety of your kids, period. Like, none of that. It doesn't matter. But people probably still have that ingrained. But I saw this thing where this guy was like, he's like an expert in this sort of thing, and he was like, abusers basically target children that are quiet and that are raised to keep secrets. So the kids that will be like, if he enticed a child with like a lolly or whatever, this was like a child molester that said this, if he enticed the child with a lollipop and the child that was like happy to keep it a secret, then he would know that child is, could be a potential target. But the kid that was like, look at me, I've got a lolly, he would like leave those kids alone, because they're taught to be loud and expressive and stuff like that. So all that secrecy stuff, like it's, forget that. Let children express themselves.
Don't keep any secret.
No secret.
It's
Come
not
tell me
tell everybody.
Exactly.
No
tell everything. Be loud. Be bold. Because sometimes it could protect your child in certain situations. So yeah, it's mad. But I was just like, how can you ostracize your niece that's a child over this grown ass man that not only
and also he's not even part of the family. He was married into the family.
Yeah.
Are they still together?
No,
still
he died. he died, and T and Trina is still protecting him in a weird way. No, he died. He died of cancer, but he was horrible. Even bar that, which I didn't even know he did that. When I used to watch the show back in the day, he was disgusting. Like, he was so mentally, verbally abusive towards her. Their marriage was horrible. It was toxic. So then to find out that he was also doing this years later, there is no world. And what her whole thing is like, oh, I don't want my children. Your babe, like, get over it. Like, your kids are grown. Like, her kids are grown. Like, she's got grown sons. What are you protecting them from? Like, it's time to get real now. Your kids are not 8 and 9. Your kids are grown men. They need to know the truth about who their dad was. I'm sorry, what are you doing here? So,
mothers that can keep that, like, their dad's a horrible person, but I want to save face on my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you, mothers, boy, because, boy, like, single mums can do that thing. They'll be like,
They
no, I'm
really
going to, like,
can.
this man was abusive to them, beat them up, or whatever, but they'll be like, no, I don't want my kids to know. Good for them.
Yeah, that is real character sometimes.
Good
I
for
just
you
think,
lot.
that's real character to... Because I know some people be flogging their baby fathers
so
for a
quick.
lot less.
Your dad is stupid. He's a stupid man. For a lot less.
Yeah, your dad is stupid and useless, and you know.
And you would know straight away.
Yeah. So.
Okay, right, guys. So I've warned them about this already, so I'm going to have to do it right. This whole episode was meant to be with guests. And true to their Nigerian sentiment, they were incredibly late. I'm so sorry, I told you I have to blast you on the internet. They were incredibly late. We had talking points, we had themes, we were ready and set and good to go to talk to them, but they were about an hour late.
You know what? I had a Nigerian
10
politician
minutes
who
to
once
be
said
specific.
something.
What did he say?
He said, never on schedule, but always on time. This is the time that God has ordained for us to be here.
Okay. Don't start putting God into it because you know we can't argue with God. We are very, very excited to have Show Them Camp with us. I had a whole introduction for you guys.
So what's
Show Them
what
Camp.
happened?
Because I'm angry now.
Don't vex now.
And now I'm vexed. I don't want to do it anymore. Right, fine, I'll do it. We have the amazing Show Them Camp, also known as Tec and Ghost, also known as Wale and Olumide, and also known as Golden Child X2.
Oh my goodness.
X2.
Wow.
How do you feel about that?
Where?
I did my research.
There's only one golden child.
And that's him.
So, at a time, the reason, so Golden Child, I'll tell you the history of Golden Child.
Okay,
right?
tell me, educate me.
Very imaginative, creative men wanted to be rappers. So they both called each other Golden Child, unaware of each other.
Oh,
But they both
interesting.
had the same rap name, which was Golden Child.
Yeah.
No way.
Mine was MCT, in case you're curious. What was yours?
Lady Larry.
Lady Larry.
Yeah.
Because,
That's
of
actually a
course,
hard name.
I'm
like
not even
all
Larry.
people, we wanted to be rappers
MCs.
and MCs at one point. But you guys really did it. You guys are what they warn women about, which is men that had serious good careers and then stopped that to be rappers.
Yeah. At the time, actually, like the people I was dating, they didn't like
How did they
it.
take that?
They didn't take it.
How did you approach it to them? Like, oh, hey, babe, I believe in my rapping
We
dream.
didn't used to tell people about what we did.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
really?
I was actually dating somebody when I used to work in finance, and then I left to be a rapper. And our relationship ended like maybe 3-4 months after that. But I didn't know what it was. So it's years later she told me.
She told you it was the rapper thing.
Yeah, that she told.
Does she regret it now?
After, yeah. I hope so.
How far were you into your finance career before you decided, actually, I can drop this out and really focus on like my dream?
I just left uni and I'd done like maybe like 3-4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that would have spun me if I was the girl as well.
Yeah,
Because you're
find a
thinking,
guy in
like,
finance.
a guy in finance. It's good. And then he comes to lines to say,
Up.
oh, babe, I want to be a rapper. I'm
In
actually,
Nigeria, not even just in
nah,
Nigeria,
the
in
prayer, I'll go
Nigeria.
pray and fasting.
No, but you know what it is? I feel like the caveat to that whole situation is talent, man.
Yeah,
That's
facts.
the caveat. Like if you've got talent, I don't know that I would be that opposed to it if you're good.
Yeah.
But you see,
It's if
those
you're trash.
those times, like the only rappers in Nigeria were maybe like Nato, C, and MI. We probably had like 2 rappers
No,
Yeah.
Nato was even rapping when you were
in finance. Was I? I
Yeah.
don't remember. But I knew Nato I knew him when I was in finance. Yeah, so it was Nato, C, and MI. So it wasn't like there was like super successful.
Yeah.
people that you
It
can
wasn't
look
that
at.
now you got whiskey
Yeah,
and burn.
exactly.
You can be like, okay, cool, they'll be fine. You don't know if you're going to be
Nowadays,
fine.
so people are even trying to date artists. You know?
Yeah.
Back then, it was like a myth.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's kind of where the name came from, like, because it's this idea that you're going to show them that you can make it. And I
Exactly.
love the
I
arrogance.
convinced him to leave finance, by the way.
You're bad. You're the friend that people pray against.
My mother has
Where were you at the time? What were you doing at the time?
I just moved back to Nigeria
Okay.
and we started doing a touring company. We went on a 2-phase tour for around Africa. We started doing that. And we had been rapping earlier on. And I was like, yo, you need to come and do this. Like, we're going to be the best rappers in this country.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm not sure about that, bro. But he came and, yeah, since then.
Do you feel like you did it? Did you become the best rappers in Nigeria?
Yes.
I feel like we did.
This is why I love rappers, man. I'm
Plus
so jealous.
the Nigerian element. That's
There
like,
is a Nigerian element of just being able to say you are the best and
You are the best.
you're the
Yeah,
best.
like, yeah.
Really?
Really.
Against anybody?
Yeah.
About top 5?
Top 5 Nigerian
Yeah.
rappers. For me, MI, NATO. I would say there's a guy Sauce Kid when we first moved back.
Okay.
He was dope. There's another guy that was with Burna Boy and them called Mojid. And then the last one's Ladipo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Similar, but I would just mix, I would swap out, who was the second person you said?
Sauce Kid.
I'll swap out Soul Kid for Mode 9.
Right, okay. So that's the thing, 'cause the music you were making, it's not as we know it now, right? Like you guys have been around for very, sorry.
You guys have been around for a very long time.
Really strong, sorry. More like, you're very long time.
That's in Nigerian accent. Now you guys have
It's
been
a
doing it for a
compliment.
very,
Yeah, wow.
very
No,
long
it's a compliment. No, it's a compliment. It's
It's a
genuinely
compliment now. When stuff wasn't popping, it wasn't a compliment.
So that's what I was going to ask you, right? Because like there were times where you're like, okay, cool, you guys believe in it, right? Because we've been doing the podcast now for 9 years, yeah. And there was like, okay, cool, we believe in this thing, yeah, it's going to happen. And then you're like, is it going to happen, sort of thing? And then it starts happening, but then people that start after you feel like they reach that thing quicker than you
yeah.
because they get to step up. In the kind of, they watch your mistakes and
Yeah.
then change from that.
100%.
And how do you become? How are you in that space and don't become an Agbaya?
how do you become
No, I think it's just to sell it. The thing is, right, like,
That's a good
so
question.
I think when we first got there were people like Two-Face, D'banj,
Boo,
all
Two-Face.
these guys who were at the time, they were the popping artists.
Yeah.
And they embraced us, like, you know,
Okay,
they
yeah,
embraced us. And I think for us, it's always been the same. Like, young people come, like the Odumodus and all these guys who are coming up now, music-wise, we're just like, we're supporting everybody, you know, and because I think that with Nigerian music, as big as it is, it's too small for us to be claiming turf. You know, like I feel like everybody needs to like support everybody. Let's blow it up as big as possible. Then at that point when it's huge, you can
Then
now
we can
start saying
start
this is my
doing-
area.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
most people, like a lot of artists now, like they don't even have like good 4-year runs. So we have to get to a place where like the music is consistent, you know. And I think
Especially
it's-
with our kind of music, like rap.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like I don't know what you call
Afrobeats.
Afrobeats. I mean, it's not like that where you have like apparently the top 3 or whatever, big 3.
The big three,
Yeah,
who all hate each
in
other.
hip-hop, in rap, you have to like support each other because I think Nigerian hip-hop is definitely more difficult to break within the market.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to ask you. Like, you know, like over here we have like grime and stuff like that, and there's a certain trajectory that those artists take, like whether it's like doing battles and Lord of the Mics, and over in America when it's hip hop, there's ciphers. What does that look like in the Nigerian space for a rapper?
I mean, we don't do battles or anything like that.
Why not?
We don't do those, like, see, like, I mean, I'm not going to tell this story. Like when you challenge somebody on road because you know, like we
Yeah,
had
no, so
some-
I came back, don't mind him. I came back so I came back from London and I was like very much like, okay, we need to battle. Who's the main guy?
who's the main guy?
So I remember one night, like, and bless him as well, he was just coming out of the club. So we all ran up on NATO C and I was like, yo, I need to battle you. And he was just having drinks.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
what?
trying to have a good time.
And then when
They
there
were
were like
actually
10 of us.
we actually battle and then like he was really baffled, like what? Like, what is going on?
Like, yeah.
It's a club.
can't rap
there-
better than us, bro.
There are women all over. Like there's
Was he ready though?
nah, he
No,
wasn't.
he wasn't ready.
And I don't think because the thing is, it was like literally we all went to, I think it was in Abuja or something.
Yeah, it
We
was
were all
in
coming
Abuja.
out of a club, and
We
it's-
saw him.
at the end of the night, people are like, you know, and this
Young,
is ages
tipsy,
ago. This is
yeah.
before everybody was married and everything. I put it on record, but it was just at the end of the night. Everybody's just trying to have a good time, go home, you know. And then a bunch of like 7 guys surround you and it's like, yo, let's battle, like, you know. So yeah,
For
nah,
your rap
like,
career.
yeah,
For your
you know,
rap beef.
just in Nigeria, nobody really cares, man. They just want to everybody wants to have fun.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that like the thing about like the rap culture now is that I think so many people are fusing it with so many things because like you hear like a Black Bones who traditionally was a rapper,
A
but
battle rapper.
yeah, battle rapper, but he's kind of more rap singy Odumodu as well has created his own style, his own lane. And I think just different people are fusing it with many different things, and it's beautiful to witness and see.
But just to add something to what we were saying, there is actually right now, like battle rap scene in Nigeria.
Okay.
There's, bro.
I don't know.
So you're behind.
Definitely.
You've been in London and America too long.
Like, you know, there's some good battle rappers.
Like who?
And
You said like who?
Dizzy. No, there's some guys. I mean, I don't even remember all their names, but I follow some of them and I watch them. Okay. It's just like what's it called? With what's his name? Mook and all these guys. Like they really battle. In fact, there's some Nigerian rappers that are battling in Canada, in America. Trust me, bro. The scene is crazy.
So before you guys got here, we were talking about men. It went a long way. We've done. I'll tell you the journey. It started with like R.I.P. to D'Angelo, and then we started talking about his cancer, which we thought was prostate cancer, and talking about like men going to get checked, and then it got to a point we're talking about there was like a DJ AG here did a whole thing to be like guys should go get checked, and a lot of the comments was like, oh, that's gay, and because men are and we're talking about, okay, cool, what does it look like for men to have influence, not influencers, to have role models? Who are the role models that men will listen to when they tell them to go do things that's important for them? And like, who were the role models in your lives? And did you have role models, like men?
That's a great question.
I mean, I was Wale's role model.
Okay. He's really sunning you. I'm not trying to cause beef, right? But this is like the third time he has sunned you in this conversation.
When I respond, you detail.
Am I not a role model?
No.
That's crazy, bro. But you told me that. I thought I was.
So it's a real question. You
Yeah.
ask role models. I feel like for me, it's really been. I don't know, man. Like I think there's not that many people in Nigeria that in our culture that I really look at and I say, okay, yeah, this person has been an inspiration on a personal life level. Like there's not that many people. I think that work-wise and creative-wise, there are a lot of people you see, and I like the way this person does business.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to like you mentioned, health-related stuff or just life stuff, I don't really see that.
Pretty much pave your own way a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
if anything, I'll actually say my homegirls tell me more.
See, that's the thing. That's what a lot of guys say, that it's the women in their lives that influence them in a thingy way, which I think it's a problem, surely, right?
I think it's a problem, but I also think that, as in, it helps, like I say, we were talking about this, build character in terms of like how guys are able to open up nowadays, because a lot of the things you think about with guys in terms of problems I'm growing up, like guys don't really talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's from like people who are supposed to be our role models never talked about stuff as well. So when you have women in your life that, give you the opportunity to open up about stuff, I think it's like you become your own role model, basically.
Yeah.
Outside of like rap and the workspace, would you guys consider that you have a friendship like that where you can talk to each other about things like that?
Yeah, definitely. I think that from a long time, we've been friends that, like, at least I would say, back in the day, we talk about like women trouble or issues we're going through. We talk about like financial things. I think that where is different, especially in like Nigerian culture, is that like a lot of guys don't know how to show vulnerability. I think that's a difficult part. If you call your guy and be like, yo, I feel like, okay, grow up, man. Man. Like, those are the type of things you get in response. So you just kind of like shun away from doing those things. But I think there are a few friends. Again, I would say Ghost is one of like my male friends that I'll talk to if I have real stuff going on in life. And there are probably about 2 or 3 others. But I have far more female friends that I would go to. Because as well, you know how they say the thing like, if you don't know how to cook, I can come and ask you for advice on cooking.
Right, okay.
So I guess when it comes to vulnerability and things like that, I don't think like these guys are not the people.
They don't have it.
Yeah,
okay, right.
Yeah. That's
God,
what
I feel so sorry for men.
I know.
I have got about 10 girls that can cry for different things every single
But
time.
you guys, like sometimes there's oversharing.
Do you know what? Fair.
Yeah, you guys have like, you know what I mean? It's
I
a
do.
bit
No,
much
I do
sometimes.
believe that women over. My line is always with my friends, and as a lot of friends do it. I don't want to hear about their sexual relationship with their husbands.
Yeah, that's a bit.
But girls do it. I'm like, babe, that's your husband. Because now I have to look at your husband. Like, I said, how do I look at your husband? I think that should be a lie.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't
Like-
want my friends to feel uncomfortable because you've got to see the husband.
You've got to see the
Do you know what I
husband
mean?
now. And I
And
just
now-
shouldn't
Especially if
know
the
that.
husband
Yeah.
is flopping.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
exactly.
embarrassing.
And sometimes you know that.
But I think that translates to other
You see,
things.
you guys tell each other everything. Guys have
Yeah.
like, and we don't have to say too much to like open up, but to do anything about all that stuff. You just have to like say, okay, these are the issues, and you don't have to like tell the
Go
whole
the details.
story. Because you're a guy, you probably understand it as well. But you girls, you give the whole.
Oh, we know
tea.
details. Yeah.
But you know what? Yeah. Shout out Marvin Harrison. I was listening to a podcast he was on, and he said something really interesting. And he basically said, if you're having like issues in your relationship or whatever, if you've got like, he says that platonic relationships are really important to like have friendships with men and women, because you should go to your women, your girlfriends for understanding, and you should go to your guy friends for counsel, because essentially your girlfriend could never speak to you from the lens of a man. So if you are having relationship issues, or if you want advice about like what men think or what blah blah blah, go and ask your male friends. And a lot of the time we avoid it because you know our guy friends are going to be brutally
hate
honest.
asking my guy friends.
Because you know they're going to be honest.
I hate, because he doesn't like you. Oh,
yeah, exactly. He's gonna be like, yeah. He just doesn't like you. That's not what I came here for.
I
Yeah.
agree with you, but you know,
Yeah.
there's some things about those relationships.
Well, go on talk.
No, I mean, come on.
No.
You know, all this
That's what
my guy friend, you guys should chill.
You don't believe in guy friends?
I do believe in it. Like people who are actually your friends.
But people are actual.
Yeah, but you know, these guys are just waiting.
Do you know what
I
I think?
always say that men are waiting in the wings.
I don't
but
know.
but the
That
thing
can't
is,
be
no.
true.
The thing
And
is,
the girls know as well.
I think. Do you know what? I do think that's true.
There are some.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
But may you never be put in a situation where you have to come out of the wings.
God forbid.
But they probably are.
Yo,
But I think
I'm waiting for the ball,
I think I've accepted it.
I think the truth is, let's say you have 10 guy friends. This is not me, oh.
Wow.
This is not me.
This is not
I'm just
you.
saying- let me just say this is
How
not
many
me.
guy friends you have?
This is not me.
On the
Let's say you
receipts.
have 10 guy friends, right? Only 3 wouldn't fuck you.
Eh?
So only 3.
Wouldn't.
Yeah.
All of them would. All
And
of
those are
them.
the gay
I don't
ones.
think so.
Yeah, and then yeah, I think sometimes you form like a sisterhood that you don't even see each other like that anymore.
I don't think so.
A sisterhood with a guy.
I guess like some of your guy friends, you become so close
You
with
guys
them.
are joking. Now, come on, man. You can't see. There's a level to things. Like you just said, some of them will smash, right? There's a level. You have to have boundaries.
Yeah, of
You're my
course.
female friend.
Yeah.
Don't spend the night in bed with me.
Oh, of course, that's
That's
insane.
it too.
That's
That's
insane.
Yes, but sisterhood now. You guys are
No,
sisters.
that's insane.
no,
See,
but
see,
people
don't
do
enter
that,
my
you know.
no-fly zone.
That-
That's
I don't
wild.
believe
No,
in that.
that's
That's
wild.
insane.
That's wild.
That's insane.
No, but the thing is this, right? Like, I have a lot of female friends that are just purely female friends.
Yeah.
And I'm even with their guys, like I've now become like somewhat cool with their guys.
Yeah.
But like I know there's a boundary, there's
Yeah,
a level,
don't
there's a
overstep,
limit.
yeah.
Especially when they get into a relationship. Especially if I knew them before they got into a relationship.
yeah.
When they get into a relationship, like it says that I'm not calling beyond
Yeah,
this
of course,
time.
things change.
I'm not like, do you understand? Like I think it's figuring out the ones that have been there. I believe a lot of guys, like he said, are probably waiting in the wings for sure. But there will be some people who are actually. Like,
That's what I'm saying. That there are a few. There can only be a few. Like if you say you have 10 male friends,
Yeah.
bro.
I don't have
No, I
ten
know. I'm
girlfriends.
just saying that any woman that says that, you can have like I grew up like when I was younger. I had like 4 or 5 female friends. You understand? But then I now started recognizing them as females. You know, started seeing that they have bodies and all that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
They didn't become. Then later on in life, I developed female friends. Right? I have like 3 female friends or 4. Yeah, 4 female friends that are actually my friends. Anybody else who's a female, like we are acquaintances, but we're not like friends.
We're not that. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're telling your boyfriend that, oh, why is this guy calling? Oh, he's my friend. No, he's not your friend. He can smash.
And do you think you can sense what friend would smack? You can sense
Yes,
it.
as guys, we're
As
like,
guys, you can
as we
sense it.
see, even if you're in your mannerisms from your body language and everything, we can see that you know that this guy wants to smash, but you are putting him in the friend zone.
I'm not friends with anyone that I think wants this. I don't think so.
Yeah,
Do you know, I'm not, but I remember, it's like public knowledge, I'm married and when I split up with my husband, we separated for a bit. And some of the people that came out of the
can't lie,
woodworks,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
very
you said
surprised.
something.
And those are people that I just thought they were my brothers. You know what I mean?
Hey.
But suddenly they were no longer my brothers.
See this one.
They were like, like,
Pass me the ball on the wing.
Yeah, exactly. But they're brothers again now.
Shearer.
Your brothers.
And I was
Volley
like,
that, bro.
and I just would have never imagined in a million years. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think when it comes to men and women, if you're straight, then if the opportunity presents itself, it presents itself.
Yeah,
And
I
people
think
may
that,
or may not
like,
take it.
I think that, like, to be honest, what he said is, if there is a situation that puts the two people in a space together overnight, for example, for whatever reason, 90% of the men shout their true color will come
95.
out. Their true color will come out.
You guys do not have faith in yourselves at all.
No, we are weak in the flesh.
I said we are weak in the flesh.
No, there's no world in which you should be spending the night with your male best
that's
friend.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
For what?
Like that's
Yeah,
weird
that's
because
ridiculous.
I've got a little cousin that does that, and I'll be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, my friend's sleeping over." And then he'll be like
Your little
FaceTiming, and I
cousin's
can
on-
see a girl
That's
in
a
booty
bad
shorts
man.
in the background,
Your
and he's like,
little
"No,"
cousin's on
and he's like,
smoke.
"That's my," and he's like, "That's my friend. She's just sleeping over."
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't know if
no.
this is a Gen Z thing, but in my generation,
Shout
we
out
didn't
her
do that.
cousin. She's a bad man on smoke already at this age.
But that was old you though. You are now
I
married
said her
a
cousin,
father.
not me.
Oh,
I
okay.
said her cousin, not me.
I was gonna say, but
Wow.
you said that you could relate to men like that, but that was
No,
old.
I don't relate.
Yo,
to
what are you trying to do here?
I said her young cousin.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's on smoke.
Clear yourself.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I
clear
have
yourself.
to. I have to.
But how do you guys think you have like matured? Because it's like I said, you've been around for a while now. Your life has changed. You are married, you've got kids. Like, how does that change you as like a man?
Well, for me, I think that I'm learning to communicate more.
Okay.
I think that's the first thing because I feel like a lot of times in the
Wait,
past,
see, did you?
he's a hitter. I think in the past, like what would happen, at least if I observe my relationships, there'll be things that'll be wrong or things that I'll feel, but I'll hold it in and I won't say anything about it. And I'll just be like, and at a certain point, it comes out like way down the line. And I just realized that at least with marriage or with like, you have to like keep communicating, which is like very difficult for me.
Yeah.
It's not my natural instinct to say so. I just, whatever, it's cool, man. Like I'll deal with it, and I'm learning that part, I think that's really what the first part is, just learning to constantly communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you, bro.
Yeah, like that's.
But are you actually communicating with people?
I mean,
With me, yo.
Do you know what? Like, we actually act as
Why are you
agony aunts.
communicating?
Yeah.
I think he has like.
So
Do you
I
guys
think-
have a
I
dilemma?
think-
We can
I
help
think he
you
has
out
some
with.
like.
I think you've got a
therapy
dilemma.
Yeah, I think he has some stuff to go through.
Okay, guys. I think,
So
I
let's-
think,
let's-
I think there's
the
something,
receipts.
the receipts, like, so we actually act at agony aunts for our listeners as well. So I do think there is something on your mind.
Yeah, please.
We can cancel this.
Yeah, let's try. Let's try. And do
Okay,
this.
so what is it that you are feeling negatively towards Wale right now?
Wale, do you answer my phone calls, man?
Okay.
This is sad. Do I answer your phone calls? Yeah, or my assistants can.
Not the assistant.
No, I do answer his phone calls. Don't mind him.
So you learn to communicate better now.
Yes.
Has that been a thing for you in this kind of duo? He doesn't communicate.
Wow.
Do you think if he communicated better, you guys would have
Can you imagine?
imagined the strength of what this could have been if your communication was? But then he's also busy.
Yeah,
But I'm
he's
learning.
working,
Like I
he's
said,
learning.
I'm learning
He's
to
learning.
communicate now.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm happy that he's found out
Okay.
this thing about himself. So
And what would your problem be with Ghost? His lateness?
I mean,
Wow.
that's the major problem. But I've learned to like live with it now.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So, I just learned to, in the past, like I'll get upset, all the type of things. But now I'm just, he's late, he's late.
communicate?
Okay, cool. And outside of Show Them Cam, you guys also do things separately as well, right? So you currently created a film, My Father's Shadow, which is got Shockwave as the lead in it. It is. I've heard it's been amazing. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's amazing. And tell us the story. What's it about?
Yeah, so I mean, it's really about like, how deep do you want to go?
We can go deep.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's really about, two young children who were trying to figure out, I guess they didn't really get to have a relationship with their father. So they got to spend a day with their father. It kind of mirrors me and my brother's life because like our father passed away when I was like 5. So it was kind of just, just talking about like what it would have been like to spend a day with him. And also kind of figuring out more about the father's character throughout the course of the day. So in essence, in a brief nutshell, that's what the film is about.
So you wrote it with your brother as well as an amazing director.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you about the grief of the father, and because when I've heard about it and I've read up about the film, I think there is something about like when someone dies when you're younger, they can do no wrong. because they're like immortalized in this perfect way of how you saw them as a kid, right? So there was this kind of imagined way that you see someone, but they actually never got to wrong you because they died before that could happen, sort of thing.
Exactly.
So this role, this father figure there is this kind of like deemed a perfect man.
I think growing up, especially in Nigerian culture, like everyone would give the sanitized version. Like my mom, like the way my mom would describe my dad is as this like perfect person. Like he was so perfect. He's, you know, but I think like when I now would meet like uncles and different people who would share the real gist. Like I feel like it started to give me a more well-rounded view of who he was, you know. You know, like people would be like, your dad was a rascal in school. He used to do this. He used to climb the wall. We used to do all these things together. And so for me, I think it just started giving me more context. And I think a lot of that context is actually what is my framing of my father. You know, because obviously I don't really know him that well. So it's just from different people's stories, the different things they told me, the different ways they said he behaved. And I think, I think it's, for me, it's more realistic now that, you know, as you grow older, you start to hear more things. I think, you know, my mom will now start sharing other things.
Yeah.
I remember one day she was like, yo, you know this thing you do, managing artists or whatever, you know your father used to do it too. And I'm like, Mom, like I've lived this whole time.
That's a good thing to tell you.
Yeah, but I think also she didn't want me to follow that career path.
Right, okay, yeah. Because you currently manage Thames.
Yes.
Is there anyone else that you manage as well?
Yeah, there's a couple of younger artists. There's a kid from Nigeria called Ekene, who's an amazing new singer. A kid in a girl called Zara from Ghana as well.
Amazing.
Super amazing. Yeah, so I mean, so she started telling me these things, and I was just like, wow, like all the time we've been fighting about this music decision.
Yeah.
Like now is when you tell me, you know. But I think naturally you just learn things and you just pick up things. I don't think anybody's perfect. You know, I think we're all striving to figure out how to be better in life.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, the only people that ever come across as perfect are your pastors who
You are not.
really perfect.
I didn't know that about your dad as well.
Yeah, so yeah.
Manager.
What about the artist thing?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay, cool. See, I'm always fascinated by that because I think depending on when people meet you, you can be such a different version of that person. Because I had that with my dad as well. When he died, when different people were talking, like people that had met him when he was a pilot and he was like in money and blah, 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 blah. People that met him later in life when he became a pastor. Very different. Like someone was saying about how they used to go to drink and someone would be like, he was such a holy man. I was like, this doesn't feel like the same man that we're talking about here. And I've also found that very interesting about how people come across according to the view of people that love them. Like there's like, your wife probably tells a very different story to what your like ghost can say. So people have different versions of who you are according to when they met you, 100%. How they met you, or what it is that you were doing when they met you. I've always found that really fascinating.
Yeah, 100%. I think as well, right, the other part is, you know, I think for a lot of parents and people, right, like I was always fascinated by meeting people's fathers when I was growing up, like because I didn't have fathers, so I'll go to their house, I'll try and hang out with their dad, or whatever. And you know, sometimes you see some people where their dad is this like figure that doesn't smile. You know, when their dad is coming, we'll run. We're playing football on the street, we'll run inside the house or whatever. And then those people will hear stories of like their dad being this really jovial person. You know? And then you figure out that life does something somewhere. You know, especially in Nigeria, maybe it's the stress of having to raise like kids or whatever, or financial issues, or, you know, and then there's some people as well that I find really strange that when they get married in Nigeria or become parents, they start to behave like parents. Like they stop doing fun things and they say, okay, this is how parents must behave and how they must carry themselves. So I don't know whether it's what kind of transition it is, but in different eras of your life, you will.
I think it's an age thing, you know. I think you get to a certain age and you actually have to try really hard to be joyful.
Yeah.
I actually think you have to work overtime because life will actually suck it out of you. That you actually have to work overtime to be like, no, I can't let this thing get me, because you become them people that are just like pissed off all the time. There's bills, there's always something. If you don't work overtime to have it, you just become miserable.
Yeah, we have so many examples of that, especially like in the African
aunties
culture,
and
like,
women here.
Things that they've held in. And it's just like their inability to just be happy sometimes, or just find, like, even to laugh, it's like a chore. Like, I find that quite sad. And I feel like a lot of us are trying to break away from that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, even at home, right, if you're laughing too hard, so you never take life seriously.
Exactly. Why can't I just enjoy it?
Why can't I take life seriously?
I remember once I went on a date. years ago, and the person was like, "You joke too much. Like you're laughing." Like, I was like, "What? Like, why is that a bad thing?"
Yeah.
But also as well, I think, like you said, you grow older. But I also feel that like now, a lot of people that I speak to would be like, "Yo, like I spoke to my therapist yesterday," or I spoke, and it's become like almost normalized in a lot of ways, right? So then imagine like our parents' generation who have dealt with grief, suffering, people died, lost family members, but they couldn't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
You know, they've dealt with like marriages that didn't work. They've dealt with issues in the country.
No, they're stronger than us.
Yeah.
They-
like-
If I had to go through what my mum went
I wouldn't
through,
last a day.
No, there are levels to that, though. There are levels to that.
do you mean?
What they were going through is different. Like, there's the amount of attention. Like, I was watching a stand-up comedian say something like, when you're back in the day, when your dad was leaving the house with your mom, right? They weren't texting all day until the guy got back home.
Yeah.
You understand? So that level of communication, the amount of stuff you have to absorb, and
yeah,
then
that's
also
true.
adds a level of
Yeah.
anxiety and stuff to your life. So I think some things balance out where, in terms of mental health, you know, what they were going through then, obviously you think back in the days that's what, but you think about a lot of stuff you have to do now in terms of attention and what you have to deal with on a daily basis. I think it kind of balances out.
Yeah, no, that's true. Do you think that because we have so much language and we know so much now, like that also impacts us? Because what you were saying, the things that they went through, if you didn't have people talking about mental health all the time, you're not thinking about it.
You're
So
not
you're
thinking
just
about it,
getting on with it.
Such is life.
No one's got
Such is
time for
life,
that.
yeah.
Everyone's just trying to survive. Whereas now we have all of these labels and it's just like, if I'm having a bad day, I'm just like, yeah, I'm having a bad mental health day.
Yeah.
Whereas before, if you were having a bad day, you
Which
just
is-
had to
get
crack
on
on.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get through it.
I think so. I think there's too. I think especially with Gen Z. That's what I was saying. Because like when at some point, right? Like I'm laughing because Cash is there. Like at some point, I remember once I had someone as an assistant, and the guy came and we went for a meeting together actually. And after the meeting, I'm like, "Yo, bro, did you take notes?" He's like, "No, did you?"
So who you talking to?
What? Sorry. What?
And then I remember like I was talking to him, I was like, "Bro, like you can't like, you know," and I was just, no, it wasn't even, I wasn't even going crazy. I was just like, "Listen, like you can't, like this is a job." Like,
I'm so sorry, but Gen Zs are the worst people to hire.
Yeah,
in
I
the
don't know
world.
that.
They
and then he
are
said
the
to
worst.
me
Like-
like, "Yeah, like you're like the way you spoke to me yesterday really like affected my mental health for the week."
Of course.
And then you have to also be like cautious.
Yeah, of course.
Because they also have these platforms where they can go and blast you.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they
Exactly.
do story time with how I. Oh my god,
Yeah,
please.
because you come back to the one
Oh,
number
yeah,
one time.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's-
saw a thing the other day. This girl who was Gen Z. She was saying that like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe people wrote a dissertation with that chat."
I saw that.
She was like,
Without
"What do you
ChatGPT.
mean?" Yeah, she was like, "What do you mean you lot wrote 10,000 words and didn't have AI?" I was like,
Yeah, we did. And guess what? We had text. We didn't even
I
have the.
wish
when
I
I
was-
was.
my God.
I actually wish
Yo.
I wish I was
First of
doing
all,
my dissertation
ChatGPT
time
is
on.
quite, he's my G.
Saying,
Yeah.
I can't lie.
are you guys into it as
I
well?
use
just
it.
started.
I just started. Yeah.
I use
How?
it a
What are
lot.
you using it for?
My only gives me
Crack the codes.
My only gives me like my gym schedule.
Okay.
It gives me meal plan. Like it gives me quotes. You know. It
Well,
gives
for
me-
your Instagram caption. What do you
No,
need
no,
quotes
no,
for?
no. Like if I'm doing a deck or something.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, upside chat. I'm trying to say this, but in this type of way for a deck for these types of people. And my chat actually got you, bro. Like, my chat is my guy.
What are you using your chat for?
I'm organizing like in terms of like if I'm trying to sell a property or something like
Right,
that.
okay, yeah.
And so this is how much it costs. This is the market I want to do. How would you organize it? What kind of mortgage company would you use? And it just gives me the whole tea on how to do that.
interesting.
Like your chat is crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, so you just said something, made me think of something. How long have you guys been working together?
Wow, since like university.
How many years is that?
That's like
I do have to
2
need all the
decades.
receipts.
Okay. No. I asked because I want to know advice on what it is to work with a friend and be able to be actively.
Work with a friend.
Yeah.
Many
So
years.
I
And
think
also
in your
for many
dynamic, what
years.
is it like though? Because she seems like a very like
what are you gonna say?
like
Chill.
she chill before she got smoke, but you feel like I see like you like let me
think your mom
size
smoke.
this person up first.
Wait, say that again.
This is what I do.
So this is what I
That's
found
analyzing.
from your even from when you came. So are you the late one? You know, and she was like, oh, but you came late. Just okay. Thank you. You know.
She's saying you're more on smoke.
You're more on smoke, and she's more like.
It's the Nigerian in me, I think. She's Ghanaian and I'm Nigerian.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
We
sense.
lean
Does that
into
make
our
sense?
stereotypes.
Yeah, we do lean into our stereotypes.
We do lean into our stereotypes.
So she's more chilled out.
Yeah. I'm a very chilled out person in general. You are chilled. Like, you're not aggy.
I'm not aggy.
Well, you can be aggy,
didn't
but
say
you're not
you
like
were
an
aggy.
aggy
Someone's an hour
person.
late, I'll be a bit
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, how have you stayed friends and also business partners the whole time?
I think like I said, I've been his role model since when we were.
So him looking up to you is what's
him
kept
looking up
things.
to me, and you know, I've kept him on the right path. I've steered him away. He comes to me for advice on certain things. You know, back in the day, women troubles and everything. I steered him away from the bad girl them and kept him on track. Focus. I steered him away from finance.
Like a life coach, right?
Yeah, steered him away from finance and everything. You know, tell you to go to the gym like ChatGPT and all that. You know, and all this stuff. So I feel like honestly speaking, like I think friendship is something that we built before the business, and that is very important. Like loyalty and just being able to be honest about certain things, because we argue all the time about stuff, but it doesn't go into a deep like pace where you have to like, oh, I'm not going to talk to this person anymore.
Because there's been like musical breaks, right? There's been like time where you haven't had music out for a while, and then something will come out, then it'll be another long time that you don't have anything out. Is that
the most we not have music out for is like a year
Or two.
or a bit more? I've looked into your discography. Is there a reason why there will be a bit of a gap just because everyone's doing different things?
No, I think nowadays more so is about different things. About like, you know, like both of us have like multiple different projects going on at the same time. I also think that like for me, I think we've known each other for a long time, and I think the first thing that drives our partnership, in our work partnership, is the friendship first. Like we're actually friends. You know, I think the second part is the love for music. You know, I think those two things. So because we're friends, when we argue, it's really weird. It's like we may argue, shout, scream down the phone.
Oh, you have screaming shouts
and
arguments.
then the next day, like, what's wrong with you? Like, like we never, it never, just and it's not like there's some people that you have to like unpack, or you shouted at me at this time, and you did, you know, like, but I don't really think it gets to that, you know, anymore, at least.
Has there ever been an argument that almost ended it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
What is
I
it?
think, and I'm looking at him.
He's like that one time.
There was that one time, but fine, we won't talk about it.
No, the thing is that, like, I think, you know, to respond to what he said about looking up to him, like, I think in Yoruba culture, we really place value on our elders.
See, guy, I knew you were going to do that. You're such
We
an
really
idiot.
place
Yeah,
value. No. So there's a level of like respect I give my
Respect,
elders
yeah.
that I can't. Do you understand? You know, so I give him all that respect, and you know, like he said, he's like a mentor to me. Actually,
Yeah, because of the age thing.
What's
innit?
the age gap, if you don't mind me asking?
like 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of age, do you think you can ever age out of rapping?
I mean, I think rap is one of those careers in music that has a stigma towards age.
It's quite ageist, isn't
Like
it?
it's quite ageist because you can't really like mature into rap.
Yeah.
But I just think that as long as you're doing stuff, you know, whatever, like keep on doing. I don't, because like you're never gonna say like a Mariah Carey is too old to sing.
Yeah,
right?
of course, yeah.
You know, so I just think that, but rap is more of a young person. That's no country for old men.
I also think that it's like I'm not trying to appeal to the same fan base as like what's Charlie Poppy. Like we're just not like you know, most of the people that have listened to
We
our
had him on
music,
the podcast once, and the conversation's
Oh
completely
my
different.
God, yeah.
You were talking about mental health.
He's also at the age completely
Yeah,
different.
He's young as well, I forget,
Yeah, like so that's the thing. So for me, it's like, you know, we've grown up with our audience as well.
Yeah.
Somehow, like a younger audience also still connects to our music. Somehow, like we've always looked out for like new talent that could blend with our music as well. So I guess that also keeps us connected to a younger audience. But I'm not reaching for that. You know, I'm not trying to like be jumping on stage.
Yeah.
Like, that's not like like
Or
so.
follow the new trend or anything like that.
Yeah, like we're doing TikTok that like I barely, you know, if anybody sees our TikTok, like some of our Gen Zs, they are the ones that handle the TikTok.
Yeah.
Like I don't, you know, and they come up to us like, there's this new trend. Can you guys
Oh my
say
God,
this?
Yes,
or
that's
whatever?
us, and we hate it.
Yeah.
She's
So-
always trying to make us do stuff.
Yeah, because I think the thing is, like, is it okay to just be like, no, this is who we are. You don't have to jump on the new thing, or do you think you get left behind if you don't jump on the new thing?
I mean, that's the whole point of when they say you're playing the game.
Yeah.
So at some point, you know, it's a business. You have to play the game, but you have to play in restrictions of your skill set and what rings true to you.
Yeah.
You always have to be authentic to yourself.
Yeah.
So whatever you can do within the realms of that the music space or the podcast space creates for you, just stay true to that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, whatever else is just noise.
Because there's a lot of things that they'll say, okay, can you? We're like, no, but not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think one of my not biggest fears in this whole thing is the becoming agbayas in this
Yeah.
space. Because I think there is a thing of you're trying to keep up with what's happening. So, but then you find yourself like, why am I talking about that? Like, as in, like, let me
100%.
leave that to other people to talk about that and just actually face my demographic and my people who actually want to hear me talk.
But there's a reason why they watch you.
Yeah. I don't mind because I think with that whole thing with audience is that everyone's assumes that once you're of a certain age bracket, people stop liking things. I think you have to remember that people your age also like things and they're also looking out for influencers or musicians or whoever that are in that space. I think if everyone's constantly targeting young people, then what about the older audiences? So my thing is that
100%.
I'm working for my audience that are in my age demographic that like the same things as me, that are in the same place in their life as me. Those people need people too. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to kill myself doing a TikTok dance for a 17-year-old. I'm not 17.
Yeah.
Facts.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
And that is why
Yeah.
you've been able to be around for this time. So can you guys honestly say, hand on heart, that you've showed them?
We're still showing
It's
them.
still
We're still
bullshit.
showing them. We show them. We're still
Showing them.
showing them. I think that, like, it's funny because there's so many things now that we're walking into that are prayers that we once said, you know. And I feel like that's the definition of showing them, right? Like, it's like, because at a certain point, there's nothing to have faith in, apart from like a vision that you see in the future. Like, okay, this can be this, you know. Like when we move back to Nigeria and we're making music, there's no real blueprint. So people are like, oh, are you going to sing at weddings? What are you like? What are you?
What's the plan?
Like, what's the plan? You know. And now it's funny because the same people, like the same aunties, the same uncles, or whatever, are like, oh, my daughter loves Thames. Can she get to a concert? Or can we get a ticket? Or like even now, like my uncle hit me up and he was like, you know, Nigerians are a bit wild. So like he hit me up and he was like, yeah, your cousins want to come for your palm wine show.
Yeah.
There are like 25 of them and they all want dresses. I'm like, what, 25? And they told all their friends. But the thing that, like, apart from that, was a crazy request was just that, like,
It makes you happy,
they're
though.
at uni. Like, so how are they also connecting with this music?
Yeah.
So it made me happy in a sense that, like, you know what, like, aside from the fact that it's gone full circle now, like even the younger generation somehow still want to pull up and see what we're doing. So yeah.
I think for me, in terms of showing them, we put a lot of our life into the music. Like if you listen to our old stuff up until now, there's everything that we're talking about, and we manifested through visualization and words from when we were very young, when we first started, and to see it like manifest in real time, there's a blessing to that. Also, the fact that, you know, people like who didn't really, they were doubting for love, like they were scared. So like my dad was like, yo, you can't do this and everything. But now my dad's my biggest fan. Like he would come and tell me that when's your thing coming out? You said this on the rap. Is that guy beefing you? Stuff like that. So like those, and then, you know, family members, like you said, coming to your show and wanting to see you perform and stuff like that. That's the like validation in terms of showing them, but it's constant, and it's more of it, like you said, the love or passion for music is more of a drive in yourself to constantly show them that, you know, I actually love what I do, and what I do is manifesting a life for me.
Even like there's an artist, Oxlade, he called me one day and he was like, yo, big bro, I need to be on an SDC album. Like, it's like a rite of passage for me and my generation. So for me, it's really that, like, that the fact that even younger artists look at it as that. You know, like that means that, okay, yeah, we've been putting people on for a long time, and whether it's like the Thameses or the Odunsis or artists that, like, at that time weren't even getting that much shine. For us, we're just like, yo, this person is dope, so let's work, let's put music together. And so I think one, yes, family and all the people, but even just like in the music community that we've been able to create, because whenever we do shows, a lot of the people, Bodge, Ajebota, people that are in our circle of artists, they will always show up. Like, you know, sometimes they'll go out of their way to show up, you know, and for me, that is testament to like the type of relationships we build, the type of community we build as well, So it's just as important.
We really want to be on an album as well, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Not for our rapping skills.
I reckon you would
like an
be great on
interlude.
an album.
Yeah, facts.
You would actually be
If
great.
I'd met you
Thank
guys
you.
before this new album,
I swear you it would have been.
We can do a... What's
Can't we
it
do
when
a little something and
when
just
they
add it?
extend it? When
Yeah,
they
like
release
the-
it again.
Yeah.
Deluxe.
Deluxe.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm sick on this.
Okay,
Cool.
great.
Yeah.
I've always
Right.
wanted to. I've got experience in it. I'm on FK Twigs' album, Talking.
for real?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Yep.
Which
I am.
FK?
No one believes me.
What were you doing?
We just talking. Like it's like an interlude kind of thing, just like chatting.
Chatting to her. Or you guys chatting to
It was like me, Michaela Cole, a few of us just like having a conversation, and she does the very thingy, the Lauren Hill type thing of putting that into
putting
it.
it
To be honest, actually, what he said, like, if we met you like a
Yeah,
few
'cause
weeks
we have
ago,
that-
for this album, you would have been great for
Yeah.
I swear.
Why didn't you think of us earlier? God, this is the prayer you pray that people don't forget you in a time.
Right
so
timing.
remembered when
Right
it needs to be
timing.
remembered.
We'll get it.
So we do dilemmas. I know, Audrey, you've got to go.
Yeah, no, we can do a couple.
Is that right? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So we have our listeners send us dilemmas and send us things that's going on in their lives, and we try to solve it. So we're hoping if you can help out
This is very good at that.
as your mentor.
Yeah,
You should be,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, you know,
Guiding me through life
He's
pretty
guiding you
much,
through
you know?
life. He has to be able to do this. So we will read it out, and then
Talk to
hopefully
Daddy.
you guys can help out as well. Also, I have to say, it's not necessary, don't worry.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'll come back to it. Right, first dilemma. My husband keeps sending me AI videos he thinks are cute. First of all, you are both the big sisters of a global community. I pray God fills your life with good health, a ton of wealth, and endless healthy love. Amen. Now to the dilemma. I love my husband, but he doesn't seem to grasp how icky and crap AI-generated media is. It is soulless. Do not give me an AI movie. Do not give me an AI-generated artwork. I don't want it. You want to use AI to write an email for corporate job, by all means, but fuck capitalism. She's very angry about this. But he's sending me videos of Tupac in Morocco. Tupac in Morocco. 50 Cent singing MJ covers, all the cute children videos. My God, at first TikTok would say AI generated video, and the video, but now these people are trying to blur out the watermarks and he keeps sending them to me. Firstly, I'm confused as to why he can't clock that it's AI. Baby with no teeth saying watermelon. Am I a dickhead? These are her words. Secondly, why does he not have a deeper aversion to AI generated art? Why is he not repulsed by it as I am? He's a movie buff, watches almost everything, but you take a Disney classic like Lion King that was drawn and animated and want to tell me something about putting a text prompt to get lion with 6 fingers and 2 tongues. Apart from telling him to stop sending me TikToks, what can I do?
thought about this.
She's
Angry,
really-
yeah.
Do you know what it
Mad
is?
at-
I
yeah,
think
man.
it's not just the
The guy
AI
was
thing.
pissing out.
She thought more of her husband. She thought like, you're better than this.
Yeah,
Like, what are you
yeah,
doing?
But that's
It's like when you realize that this is a whack person.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wow.
Yeah, something, yeah.
No, I'm not saying that about a husband. I'm saying
No,
like,
but it is.
no.
It is.
I don't mean a husband. Imagine sometimes like maybe you thought you were dating a cool babe.
Yeah.
And then she now said something crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Damn, this is
So my own advice, as your egbon, you understand? First of all,
Older
your
person.
feelings are valid, but as in what you're worrying about is not. There's some things. So now, what you should imagine, your husband is not trying to even send you messages. First of all,
No,
he's
but
not
I
even
get-
giving you text messages. First of all, let's chill now. Wait, he's not even trying to do that. Second of all, he's sending you stuff that is inviting. Is like he finds like there's some tics about certain people that you have to.
But
like,
might give her the ick though. Like what?
I think that's what she said.
But,
is
wait,
yeah,
but
yeah.
what I'm saying is that how icky is that? An AI video, you don't have to even watch it.
Do you know what? I think it's because he's a movie buff, and do you know, like
Rated him.
she
That's
rated
she
him, and she thought we both have this
That's
thing
the
of like, there's
problem.
many
She
people
rated
who are
him,
very much against AI generated art because it's just like be artist.
Yeah.
And like, why? It's like someone sending, I don't know, AI generated music to you. Like, you'd be like, that's not cool.
Yeah,
Do you get? I think
that would give me the
exactly. So I think she rated her
block
man
her.
as someone that like
You block
respects
her.
art.
But you can't block your husband or your wife.
No, if you say if someone sends me, if someone says, hey, Wale, check out this
Yeah, just
new
be
AI.
honest.
No,
generated
but
art."
to answer her own dilemma, how will you block? So how will you deal with this? Her husband.
She
now?
tell her husband that he's being whack.
Yeah, like this is not cool.
Yeah, like the whack guy. Or call one of his guys, one of his friends, to tell him that he's whack.
You can't do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. You just have to be like, babe, this is not funny to me, and I thought you'd respect art a bit more.
Yeah.
Because I think I would be icked out if someone said to me AI generated stories.
Yeah, because I don't know why it's AI.
AI.
Like blue film. The guy will not start
Do you know
watching
that's
the
one of my favourite things that Nigerians do?
Was
Call
Porn, blue films, yeah.
Blue movie. Blue movie. I think it's hilarious.
He's like, where did it
Why
come
is
from?
Yeah.
Why did you got blue moon?
But
But the thing is like,
I just grown up
Yeah,
with
my
it.
mum
Like,
did
Yeah.
why?
The like I think it came from like the blues.
what?
No, I don't think so.
Walk with me for a
No,
second.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that's true.
God.
Sorry, you lost
You guys have no faith.
But yeah, to help you, I think I would just straight out say to my husband, babe, I actually don't like these. I don't think they're cool. Because if you can't say that to your husband, what's the point of marrying him?
Yeah,
Stop sending me
exactly.
them. I don't think they're funny.
Yeah, I don't think it's that deep. I think the issue isn't necessarily, because I agree with what Ghost was saying about, like, he's sending you stuff that he finds enjoyable. Do you know what I mean? And it is kind of cute. You just don't like the content.
Yeah.
So maybe tell him, like, babe, like, I get that you like this, but I am not interested in this particular type of content.
Yeah.
Send me things all day. So you're kind of softening the
Yeah.
blow. Do you know what I mean? So you can be like, send me things all day, but send
just
me
not
other
this
things. Send
stuff,
me things
yeah.
that are real. Like,
Yeah.
send me real shit. Send me good shit. And just so that you're not really like, you're not kicking him arses down. But at the same time, you're making it abundantly clear that you're not interested in this particular type of content. I would send him examples of things I like. Just be like, babe, look how real this is. Look, it's real.
Like
It's
our
not
relationship.
AI. Like, this is my shit. Like, send me more of this, you know? I think that's what I would do.
Okay, next dilemma.
Next dilemma.
Okay.
Hi, ladies. As usual, I want to start by giving you your flowers. You are consistently amazing, insightful. I added the amazing. She didn't say that.
She didn't actually about amazing. I don't know why it was she said that.
You are consistently insightful, intelligent, and genuine in the way you approach topics on here. I honestly find it hard to engage with other podcasts because you've set the bar too high.
Okay.
My dilemma: I am a ridiculously strict dater. I'm 24, which I know is super young, and I've never been in a long-term relationship. I often go on first dates, but nothing ever really sticks because I've cut men off for so little. I've cut guys off for flexing how much money they have, telling jokes that border on the line of misogyny, for asking me to get in their car on a first date, for not seeming particularly smart before getting to know them, for being politically unaware, for commenting on my food choices on a date, for saying females instead of women,
it's okay.
for calling me babe before they...
Oh, sis.
I mean,
Calling
they were all valid until that female. The female was
Exactly, it's starting
quite
to get a little
strict.
bit more
Very
intense.
strict, yeah.
For calling me babe before they know me like that, and the list goes on. I will cut a man off for anything. At this point, I'm starting to wonder if I'm not taking into account human flaw and error in what I want from a man. If I'm avoiding a relationship and finding reasons to cut people off, I personally think I'm at the point where I'd like a serious relationship. I have a stable career, 2 degrees, savings, and good mental health. Up until I decide to dump a man, I'm not avoidant. I always text, call, turn up to plans. So I don't think I'm avoidant, but I could be. Do you think this behaviour is genuine? Reasonable reaction to what's out there in the dating pool? Or is it fear of emotional intimacy and commitment manifesting itself in high standards? All the best. Thank you for reading this.
Sure,
And AI said, I
I
agree.
think you should take this one.
I think that from what it sounds like, she wants a lot of control. Yeah, I think that she wants things the way she wants things. And I feel like that inflexibility will make you suffer in the dating pool,
Yeah.
to be honest, because they're not going to be...
She's not going to find someone.
Not going to find the perfect
Do you know
person.
what I think it is? I think she spent too much time on the internet.
Exactly. I was going
I
to say
think she
that.
spent too much time on the internet. Heard too many women say, that's a red flag, this is a
Exactly.
red flag, and she's absorbing all of these things.
100%.
I think women sometimes do a thing of where they act out on a hurt that's never happened to them. A man has actually never hurt you, but you've heard someone else say this is a no-no, so it must be a no-no. And I think you've just taken too many people's opinions to think that then that makes a good man.
Yeah.
A man calling you babe is not, like I said, you've heard someone say, no, you don't know me like that. And I think you've just taken up too many people's opinions and you are now acting out Twitter, you're acting out social media, you're acting out things you actually don't even know if you believe or are angry about, but you just heard so many women say they don't like it. You're like, oh cool, I must not like it.
Exactly. I feel like she doesn't really know herself. I feel like the list that she has got is everyone in the world's list of like red flags
Yeah.
and things that they don't like. And she needs to like strip it back and ask herself what she wants. Like really ask yourself, does someone calling you babe, does it really offend you? Or are you just performing offensiveness because you've heard it? Do you know what I
heard
mean?
someone say that's
You've heard
offensive,
someone
yeah.
else say it and I
Kind
get
of
it.
disagree with you guys a little bit.
go
I feel like if she's done some research into herself, she knows her attachment styles. She knows about things that she doesn't like. But I do agree that she needs to be more flexible. But I don't think that she doesn't know herself. I feel like if she's done a lot of research into like trying to be a right kind of person, you understand? But because of that, she's now trying to make everybody else around her be that
But it
kind
also
of person.
echoes back to your point because the research is probably done on the internet.
It's not her lived experiences.
No, lived experience.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Nowadays, we have so much to absorb. There's so much like things that we don't understand that we're now trying to understand about ourselves.
But I think as well, right? Like I remember a friend of mine said to me once, she met, like we were both out together and she met a really cool guy. At least I thought it was cool for her. And then the guy got a number. And then I was like, how was the thing? How was that guy? Whatever. She was like, yeah, he WhatsApped me. And I was like, what do you mean? And she
Oh, that was a problem.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, like I would expect a man to call me the first time he gets my number, but he didn't call me. He WhatsApped me, so
he got cut off. But then some might say that
I WhatsApp all.
I WhatsApp all the time. That's the first thing you do, bro.
if someone just called me, I'd be more offended. I'd be like, like this is. I feel like calling nowadays is a bit more intimate. I'd expect you to message me to be like, can I call you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Let me decide if I want to talk to you, sir.
Exactly,
Yeah, I do think people are making up rules according to what is meant to be socially thinking, not actually what they're experiencing. It's just what you're meant to take that, you're not meant to take that. Right, next dilemma.
Next dilemma.
Okay, hi girls. I'm a fairly new listener to the pod and I can't believe that I didn't listen sooner. You're always there on my darkest days to cheer me up, especially when I'm heading to the office. My dilemma is probably a pretty generic one compared to some dilemmas that you have. However, it's really beginning to play in my mind a lot and I need some proper advice. I've been with my boyfriend for 7 years and I've lived together for 6 years and we have a child together. He's a supportive partner, a great dad, and most of all, a great friend. My issue is I really want to get married and he does not. We are in the process of buying a house together. We have a joint account for all of our household bills and he says that he's 100% committed to our family. And I believe it. We've had open and honest conversations about this and I said how important it is to me and he's always said, it's just not something that means that much to me, but I probably will end up proposing just because I know you want it too. I'm obviously not entirely happy with this response because I want him to want to do it, but I just assumed it will happen soon. But as the years go on, I'm now thinking that this might not be the case. I don't want to keep bringing it up because I sound like I'm nagging and I don't want to peer pressure him to doing it and resenting me. But I feel like there needs to be a cutoff point. Other people, including his sister, have said that you might just have to give him an ultimatum. But there is no other reason that I wouldn't want to be with him. So for us to not be together at all, it feels a bit extreme. However, this does leave me with a catch-22 because neither do I want to live the rest of my life anticipating. Please help.
Oh Lord, maybe he just wants to throw her off the scent so that he can propose.
No.
No, that's not it, is it?
I think, I don't know.
That's not it.
When I talk, people say, I'm thinking, why have we got this far, 6 years, if I know I want to get married and it's never been your thing?
I think they need to speak on why it's. I think both of them need to have a conversation about why it's not his thing and why it's her thing. I think because some people, like, a friend of mine was telling me about his partner and she's, her dad was absent and all of that, so she doesn't even want to consider marriage at all. Like that's not her thing. But obviously, it's from them speaking deeper that he realized, there's some kind of trauma that she's been
That this
through,
what, yeah.
and it may be something like that for the guy as well. And maybe it's that, like, if they speak about it beyond the I want to get married, tell me why you don't.
Yeah.
I think like really trying to understand why. Because the truth is that it sounds like they're married already.
Yeah.
They've got a kid, they share accounts.
Yeah.
They live in the same,
They're buying a house together.
together.
Yeah.
Like I don't think, apart from the title,
The
and
title of
ring,
it.
So
Yeah.
exactly, this is my.
So why wouldn't he just do it then?
Exactly.
But the thing is that, so if he's doing all the things that married people do, what is the need for the certificates?
Because she wants
she
it.
may want to know.
That's the
saying,
stamp
Because I
of
think
approval.
I'm asking you.
There's a security in it to be like, okay, cool, this
Security in
is now.
it.
Yeah, I think so.
Is there more security in a certificate than in a
Than in a
mortgage
child.
and children?
No, probably not.
Yeah,
No, but okay.
No,
So,
but-
no, actually, yeah, let me say that because with the kids one, I feel like having a child with someone is they're committed to being a good father. You're not committed to me. You cannot be with me and be a great father. But marriage is me. Like you're choosing me. You're not choosing this child sort of thing. So I still understand her need to be like, no, I want you to want to be with me.
But married, even if you're married, you can still be a shit husband.
Yeah, but I don't know. I
There's
think
no
she
guarantees.
needs it.
That's what I'm saying. There's no guarantees in anything. But if the
Yeah.
guy's already doing the things that you
Yeah,
want,
but also as well, sometimes it could also be a family, societal type of thing. Like, okay, so this guy doesn't even want to, like, in a way, some people say, well, this guy doesn't rate you enough
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
understand what
yeah.
she's saying.
Yeah, like there's a lot of different things as well that tie into it. But I think beyond all of that, right, you need to understand the person's why, right? Like, because if you understand the person's why, it may actually give you some comfort as to why, like, or you may actually help him unpack what it is, in your, so I think it's really about understanding that, because it sounds to me like he seems fully
He
committed.
seems committed.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely feels committed to the relationship.
That's a man dilemma, actually.
Yeah, that's very tough because I feel like that's why some people say you shouldn't buy the milk. Well, you should why buy the cow when you're getting the milk for free or whatever the
That
saying
child is
is.
going to school now. So.
Yeah, so they've done all of the big life things already,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But I guess she can't go back now. We're here. Like, what does she do? I don't think she should. I think she should. Oh, what, are you gonna walk away from your
can't
son?
walk away.
I'm
Yeah, walk away from
really
that.
scared of giving men ultimatums.
Yeah, same.
Especially if I know I don't mean it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know you're not leaving.
Looking bad, but
Yeah.
I know I'm not
When
leaving.
you're
You know you're not
bragging,
leaving.
like,
Yeah.
Pump faking.
Yeah.
Because every time I've done it, I've never kept to my word because I know I
Yeah,
don't mean it.
exactly. You were just saying it to test the
Make it work,
person.
then I guess.
Yeah.
But,
Oh,
like, it's
goodness.
such a bad thing to do if
No,
you're not going
it
to
is.
take on
Can
the
I
other
take this
side.
back?
And exactly. And they've got so much at risk already because they've got the house. They're already very committed.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to tell someone that they shouldn't have the thing that they want. Because really, really and truly, she probably shouldn't have made those commitments
Before.
If she knew that she was hell bent on marriage, then you probably maybe shouldn't have had not have the kid. But
I'll say sometimes it's from those commitments that like might have actually made her mind up about what she wants. Because they could have had a kid and she probably, this guy could be a waste man and he could dip, but actually no, he's here and he's showing up and he's like, so then that even strengthens their union.
And she
in
says
a
there's
way.
no other reason to leave him outside of the marriage thing. It's not like he's a great person. She loves him.
Yeah.
Well, then she might have to swallow it then, sorry. Because at the end of the day, she might have to swallow it because at the end of the day, if you're going to walk away from a healthy, happy, committed relationship where this person is showing up and, like you said, doing all the things that a husband is supposed to do. Because I remember that film, He's Just Not That Into You.
Yeah.
It's this rom-com and it's like one of my favourites and I don't even like rom-coms. But Jennifer Aniston's character, not Ben Affleck. Is it Ben Affleck? I think it's Ben Affleck. He did not want to get married, but he was amazing. And she had all these sisters that were all married and all the husbands were slobs. And by the end of it, she was like, do you know what, come back. Because their dad got sick. And she realised that he was the one showing up, going and buying the groceries and making sure that he was by the dad's side and the husbands were on the couch watching NFL. And she was like, actually, what I've realised is important is his commitment to me. Like, I don't need the ring. I mean, he ended up proposing in the end. So this is probably a bit of a non-story.
You have to be like, babe, I didn't even care about the marriage.
Exactly. But I just think that, at this point, I agree as well that maybe really ask yourself what you want it for. Like, do you want the ceremony? You know, but I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting marriage, but I just think you've come too far now and you're not going to leave.
Because what if the guy just says, let's go to the registry tomorrow, just sign the paper.
Well, then if she's serious about marriage, then that won't matter.
That'll be okay. Then that would be
If
okay.
she's
Because otherwise,
serious about marriage,
the wedding day you
then
want.
exactly.
I agree with Wale. I think you should find out his why.
Yeah.
Reasons why he really feels like that and then take it from there.
Yeah, because there's everything. He's doing everything.
Yeah.
That's the part
That's what it is, yeah. If
He's
she
doing
was
everything.
everything
But there
feels
must be
right.
something that's stopping him from doing that, taking that next step.
Yeah.
Mortgage versus marriage, that's kind of mad though.
That's crazy.
I mean, just do it, man. Oh my God, just go marry her.
Yeah, like what you losing
Yeah,
out
like, what
on?
you
Like,
losing?
what-
You've
like-
You know
committed.
something? I'm not gonna say this as like crazy, but there's something about the marriage word and thing that has one kind of spiritual effect on relationships.
Why is it scary?
I don't even know what it is, but you can all be good at one point in time, and then the minute you guys say, not even say, like the minute you guys say, we're married, something will change in that house.
It unearths, because that's what happened to me. I was with my husband for years and years and years and years. We got married and then we split up a year later. I mean, we're back together now, but it does change things.
And there's something about
does, there's a pressure. Yeah.
The pressure is
Gravity.
building.
Yeah, the gravity.
But not for
the gravity
everybody,
of,
not for everybody,
oh wow,
but-
well, actually, like everything has to be. Well,
I also
all
think
together.
as well, right? Like it's different if you were dating for a long time, right? Everybody knows you guys are dating, right? But now you've gone in front of your community, in front of everybody, in front of God, and said, "We are married now." If he messed up whilst you were dating, you could. But the fact that now everybody's her husband, you know, like people, you know, like then it becomes, you know. So I think sometimes the gravity of it heightens as soon as that. Yeah, I think is that sometimes as well, because it's different from a breakup with a boyfriend. It's different from a divorce in a marriage.
Yeah.
Everybody now gets involved. Family, all the people that came to eat jollof
Yeah, I'm
rice.
even talking about on a realer level, right? Like if you are chilling with your madam and you are dating before and then the next week you're married, you guys are going to be smashing less that next week.
Yeah, it changes like that.
Yeah.
Why?
Really? I mean, I'm not married. I don't know.
I'm saying that's what that for me. I mean,
I think people perform things.
like,
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think earlier on, we were talking about how people perform parenthood, right? And they feel like, oh, suddenly I'm a dad, so now I must be
this way,
strict,
yeah.
I must be stoic, I must be this.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes with marriage, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm married, so now I have to suddenly be serious. Like, no, you can be married and be fun.
Yeah.
You can be married and still be a sexy couple. Like, you don't have to be. And I know people that have become like that. They got married and suddenly it's like, oh my God. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they're on this high horse and it's just like, get over yourself.
I mean, I can understand. Sorry, I can go on about this, but I can understand if you haven't been dating for a while. If you've been dating for a while and then all of a sudden things change after you get married, that's weird. If you say like, you psyched me. You understand? I'm like, oh, I thought you were this way, and all of a sudden we got married. Ha, got you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not like that.
Like,
I
I've trapped you now. The real me.
And you forget for 3 times a week. Are you dumb?
Yeah, exactly.
You get me?
Yeah. You're not going anywhere now, sir.
You get me? So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if you've been together for so long, like 6 years, and then all of a sudden it changes, that's why I'm saying that I don't know. There's something about it because I've seen people like that they've been together and then all of a sudden when they get married, something just changes about it.
Yeah.
I've got 2 questions that we get that repeat a lot. Like one of the things that you were saying about this idea that men can't have fun with their wives always bothers me, right? Like as in like you go out clubbing, you whatever, but it's like you can't have, like your wife can't also be the fun girl. Why can't she be fun? Like why can't
she come to the
Why
club?
can't she come to the club? Why can't she be at the table?
Yeah, why they got this?
I have a theory.
Go on.
I feel like in Nigeria,
Yeah.
when I speak to married men,
Yeah.
when I speak to people about to marry and I ask a lot of them, why you get married? They'll be like, oh, she's a good girl.
Yeah, it's
Or
exactly
she's a
that.
good person. Or she's the person
good
I'm going
mother.
to, she'll be a good mother. Or she's going to be the person I'm keeping at home. Right? Like, I feel everybody...
It's getting hot.
No,
Me
for
too.
real. That's what a lot of people tell me. Like, and so when they get married, I feel like the issue now arises because they've married a perception of what they thought a wife or a mother or a person should be.
So do you think it's true that some men don't marry who they really love, they marry what will be a good wife?
Yeah.
Rather
Don't
than
marry
who
respect.
they actually gonna be
In the
with.
part of the world I'm from, I think
Yeah.
most men
Don't marry their specs.
Yeah.
I
They
think
marry
that's true.
an idea of
What a
woman.
wife should be.
what
Yeah.
a wife should be. Like how-
And the
what
thing
it
is that like if you're the type of guy that already you're I don't
On
know,
road.
you're a freak or on the wild side
On
or whatever, then it's not going to tally up because you're going to marry the good, holier than thou person
Yeah.
that you've thought in your mind, like, should be what a wife should be, good Christian values, good, I'm not even saying that, like, but just
But
in
that kind of-
general,
yeah, of
like,
course.
because we've grown up with this perception, and then, but the type of women you actually like you had the wildest, fun,
Like,
most
go
time.
go
with.
and
Yeah,
marry
ma-
those girls
yeah.
then. That's
Yeah,
great.
We were raised by hip hop. He said you can't make a whole housewife.
You can.
I actually think you can.
I think you can. That's what we were raised on. You can't.
Yeah, it's just cap. And the thing that's so annoying about it is that it's like a revolving door because women play into that good girl thing. Do you know what I mean? So essentially, no one's really. So you could have the baddest bitch, but she's hiding under this good girl
Because
image
she wants to marry.
Yeah.
because she wants to marry. And it's just like everyone should just do.
I don't mind that. Too.
Do what they want to
mine-
do.
I don't mind
No,
a bad
mine
bitch
does.
hiding under the.
No, but the
cloak
thing
of-
is,
Guys are
no, but
good
you know what the issue is?
I don't mind that.
But the thing is, if you have pedestalized the good girl, you may never see that.
You may never see.
You may never see that. You have to allow this person to have space to truly be who they are, so that and part of that is taking her to the club.
Yeah.
That's why she should go to the club with you.
Let her be in the club.
Let her
at the
be
table,
next
have
to
a good
you.
time,
Club,
let her
son.
wine.
Yeah, have
I
fun.
don't get, like,
No,
have
when
fun with your
Nigerian guys are
wife.
starting to take their wives to the strip club. They take their wives to the strip club.
Because I think Nigeria for me is the biggest. Let it be known, Nigeria, nobody cheats, nobody has sex in that country, everybody was so holy. And then you see, and then you go out and what your eyes see is so different to what the perception of what it is. That place is,
First of all,
I've never seen cheating so flagrant in my life.
First of all, it's not even like it's to the point where like people would take their
Side
side
person,
chick
yeah.
to the family function.
Yes.
Like
that's
they don't.
wild.
Side
that's
chicks have
crazy.
gone to
Come on.
weddings.
That's good, they
Side
do.
chicks have gone to weddings.
I remember once I went to a family function and I saw somebody and he had just gotten married, like 3 months before. So he came in with his babe and I was like, oh, is this the missus?
Oh.
And he was like, oh, fucking and I was like, oops. I was like, my bad, like, whoops.
Sorry for assuming you with your wife.
Like, I think I just been married like 3-4 months. Like,
No,
I'm
but
not even,
that's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, but it
You
happens.
say that,
bro.
but
It's
it
not even,
happens.
it happens
And
all
it's
the
insane
time,
with
bro.
it as well.
It happens
And
all
it's
the
like
time.
people want to keep their wives in these like boxes. Do you know what I mean? So I think sometimes the men think they're doing their wives a favor by keeping them pristine, keep them
Yeah.
away from the mess, and
100%.
only a certain type of girl can be privy to this other
And
environment, and it's just
even to go
ridiculous.
deep, even like their sexual needs. Like they'll be like, I can't do that with my wife.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm so
That's
No, but
confusing.
we have that
Bruh,
here. You know, they
That's
say that
confusing.
about
Like, if I can't do it with my wife, who can I do it?
exactly. They say that about apparently men in Birmingham. They would never.
Well, you said Birmingham first.
Yeah, they would never.
That's a big question.
Apparently, and everyone from Birmingham, feel free to correct me in the comments. They say that men from Birmingham don't go down on. They don't want their wives to give them head.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
Because they
That's
don't
not
think
true.
that
My
they,
brother-
I know
yeah,
bad them in
they
Birmingham.
don't think that
Man,
their
them
wives
they
should
love
be.
it.
Don't let them do you
Don't
like
let them do
this.
that.
Which is
What?
so the dumbest
They
shit
say
I've
you
ever
don't
heard in
like
my
The
whole
Brummy
entire
guys
life.
love it.
I just don't get the whole you won't get things from your wife. Like, this is literally God ordained now. You can do whatever.
Exactly.
Roll free and do what you want.
Let her out with you, man. She'll be a great time.
Another question I had is that this whole thing of men feeling like they have to be completely set before they get into a relationship. Why can't those things live hand in
That one
hand?
is tough.
That's tough.
That one is tough.
And,
That one
you
is
know,
Men act like they're the first to have a job.
No. Let me tell
I've
you.
got a lot
no,
going
no,
on. I've
no,
got a lot going on with
Let me
work.
tell you
Why
why.
can't
especially
you
with
have
Niger
that?
guys
Let me tell you
and
why.
Niger
Yeah,
girls.
We
yeah.
live in Nigeria.
We live
so
in
we have
Nigeria.
to speak on the facts in
okay.
Nigeria.
Let's hear
First
more.
of all, you're going to see a lot of babes saying like, if he's broke or if he doesn't have this, man, free that guy. If he's this and doesn't have it. I remember, right, one time. I remember one time, right, it was like this is when the music was not popping.
At all.
It's like the brokest. And I took this girl out and I was so keen on proving that like I could hold myself in it. So we went to this restaurant and it was she took me to this restaurant, one of these restaurants where they don't put the price.
Price.
in the menu.
Lemons
I said,
No, in fact, your boss put in number 25.
yeah.
18.
I said, Jesus. So we now ordered. And at that point, I had maybe 80,000 naira in my account.
Okay.
Right?
So now
What
that's
is that
probably
in
about
pounds?
around £35 now?
No, now. But
Now,
back
yeah,
then,
back then it was a lot more.
it was a lot
Now,
more.
yeah.
It was probably, I don't know, whatever.
It will be like
100 quid or something.
100 quid.
Yeah, like I don't record my account. So now we've gone, we've ordered the food. Me, I'm like, I just want chips. I just want fries.
I'm not that hungry. I just have chips and water.
She ordered. She now said she wants. The guy now said, "Do you want the dessert menu?" I'm looking at it fucking like. she now orders the dessert, and then they bring the bill, and the bill was like 78,000 naira.
Okay, you've got enough.
So I was just like, God, my
Thank
God,
God.
my God never embarrassed me. I paid the thing. I had like 2,000 naira left. I went some that day, I ate Indomie. Right? And the 2,000 naira is what bought me the
What's
Indomie.
it into me? Yeah.
Because like in Nigeria, there's this pressure of like, your worth as a man is tied to what you can provide or what you can deliver. So you now not being able to provide and deliver. My whole thing was, damn, I don't want to be the story her and her girls talk about.
on a
Like,
podcast.
can you imagine? They couldn't even pay the full bill. You had to ask me to like,
Yeah.
I was like, nah, man, there's no way I'm going to be this story.
Okay, so I get that on an initial date, but there are some men who have been dealing with certain women who will show that they're not like that. Who will show that, like, no, like I'm here and we're doing this.
Yeah, but it's still going to get to the point where
You have
her
to show.
homegirl is going to go on holiday to Sicily and she should now be looking at you like, what's up?
Why would she be looking at you?
Because that's the environment that we exist in.
Okay.
Yeah, like
First of all, you messed up first by allowing her to choose the restaurant. First of all, let me just put you on game there. Like, you need to push you.
Oh, she picked where you went to go.
You don't mess up already. First of all, you have to set the scene.
Yeah.
You have to be able
like
to.
let's go Nando's.
Somewhere that you can control the environment. But I think that with guys, there's a pressure to, in terms of full-time commitment, right? I don't even think in terms of dating there's that much. Nowadays there is, but people can sort of tell. Like, I think broke guys actually get a lot of boom boom. Yeah, so
That's all they've got the time to do.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but now let's talk about the pressure that Wale was talking about. If you are a guy and a girl wants to be serious in a way, and you actually take her seriously, you want to like date her and everything, there's pressure to like you said, be a provider. It's not like if you're saying that there's pressure, but there's general like, oh, what are we gonna do? Let's hang out. You're not saying, oh, let's just chill out. You're not gonna say Netflix and chill. Are you?
Wait, so it's
In
only the
Netflix and chill
monetary
it.
question.
In Netflix and chill
If it's someone that I've been dating, I don't know, for a while, yeah, of course.
No,
but you get to that place already.
Yeah, so later on, you get to a point where, and I also think it's the profile of people you're dating as well. First of all, like you get to a point where I'm like, okay, you know what? This person's a rider. I can tell her where we're at.
Yeah, exactly.
I can tell her where we're at, and we'll talk it out together, and we'll grow together. Yeah, but there's some
And
other
also
people
there's
that
ages for that as well, right? Like, of
Exactly.
course, we can thug out in our 20s or whatever, blah, 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 blah. But I do think there's a certain age that it can't be, or you can't keep being a rider.
yeah,
There's a certain age where potential has to be like, something needs to...
yeah, but I also think as well that a lot of people are not trying to date potential, because there's some people that you can see that, you know, there's so many of my friends who are like, damn, Wale, all the things you spoke about, they're happening
doing it now.
now.
Yeah. But there's difference between potential and seeing someone that's actually a hustler. Because some people are
there
and
needs
it's
to
all
be
talk.
some-
I want that one day, but you don't actually see the grit in them. You don't see the hustler. You need to see someone that's like down
Putting it
bad
into
and they're
action.
taking on an Amazon job. They're taking whatever job, but you can see the hustle in them. So potential is fine in that way. I can see that actually, no, when push comes to shove, you're ready to work.
Exactly.
Because it's not always going to be redundancies happen, things happen, but you're ready to find. But it's the ones that are like potential is all chat.
Especially in this industry, because you don't always know when your next check is coming.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like money doesn't always come like regularly. But I think that like we as women, and they're gonna call me a pick me for this, but I do think like we've kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit with all of the conversations about that, because of course they're going to say they're not going to date now because no one, do you know what I mean? Because people, and again, I do think it's an age thing. If you're 21, you should not be putting the pressure that maybe a 30-year-old woman or a 35-year-old woman
Exactly,
is going
but
to
in
put.
different
That's
places,
dumb.
yeah.
Like if you're 21, there's no world in which you should expect a guy that you're dating, let's say the maximum age of
sponsoring you. Where did
24,
that start?
to be providing for you. At 21, no one should be. You should actually just be dating, having fun, getting to know each other, building memories together, and then if when you get to that point, you get to that point. But when you're a woman of a particular age, of course, you would expect a guy that's your age mate to be at a certain point in his life, and I don't think that there's any.
But that's also
Yeah.
a female thing. Am I allowed to say female?
No,
We've already said it bare times today.
So because when I think women tend to date people not in their age group, a bit older than them. So like a lot of them like are more attracted to people that are above the age group. So so the guys like when we were like younger, the babes who are our babes were like dating guys who are older than us, and we're like, why are these guys in the club? We are those guys in the club.
Oh, don't you worry, I had that as well. I remember it so well. So, a woman celebrating her 30th birthday in the club, and I was probably like 21, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, same. Now I'm very much in the club still. Yeah, same.
Yeah,
same.
girls get guys that are older than them. So like, and guys who are older like tend to go for girls that are younger than them. So that can balance out. But in general, like your age group, I would rather see like there'll be, like you said, no pressure in terms, just have fun and do things that you can both afford to do and have plans for the future.
Yeah.
If you get to
Yeah,
that.
but
I just think the pressure is external, man. Like I just think so many people have examples of people doing stuff. So you keep, even if it's subliminal, oh, like John just took his girl.
You see too
Just
much.
bought her a watch for her birthday. Like in your mind, there's no way you're not gonna absorb that.
Yeah.
There's no way you're not gonna think. So you see, I'm thinking, damn, if I really want to settle down now, based on all the things that these people have said, I need to fix my shit.
Yeah.
You need to be a strong-willed person to block out that noise. But I think what you both said is the perfect balance. You would know straight away if you meet the kind of woman that sees your potential and believes in you and is happy to support you, and you would also see the kind of guy that the potential is actually materializing into
and it's
stuff.
not just
I think that's the perfect balance. I feel like oftentimes what's happening is the opposites are meeting. Do you know what I mean? So guys are punching up, and women are like, "Why are you like you've got nothing to offer me?" But then why are you in this pool of women that you know is not your equal kind of thing?
It's watching how Nigerians, like you're saying, seeing people cheat. Does that change your view of relationships and love and marriage and all of
So
that?
what was the question? I didn't hear.
So like in watching how Nigerians behave, like bringing the side chicks here and being like, does that change your perception of love and relationships?
I think Nigerian women have had to adapt to Nigerian men. They've had to evolve. So I don't think
Like involved means deal with cheating.
Yeah, I'm being serious. Like they've had to you guys think you're sharp. It's almost like there's a stereotype in Russia as well, like with Russian women, how they have like a certain level of control or in terms of affairs of the heart. They have like it locked down, they can push buttons on a man, right?
Right, okay.
I think Nigerian women have gotten to a phase where, you know what, these guys have been doing us dirty for a while, and we have to balance up a little bit.
I agree.
So they got into a level. So guys now are now feeling that hit, I said, these babes are crazy.
Yeah, because Audrey believes in cheating back.
I think that's the only way to balance out the
Cheating back.
Yeah, I think to balance out all the dirt that's been done to women, it's the only way. Because the only reason why men kind of perpetually do stuff over and over again is because they know that women have been conditioned to say, this is just what men do. This is just part of the territory.
Do you think men have been conditioned to think that women don't cheat?
Yes, absolutely. They believe that we're supposed to just kind of accept it.
Because the girls are my bad, though.
We're supposed to just accept it, and you're gonna perpetually forgive them and blah blah blah. So that's why, and so because men don't know what the feeling is like, because women don't often do it, or it's not publicized as much, so they don't know that feeling. Whereas we've felt that feeling over and over again. We know how horrible it is. So until men feel the feelings, maybe they'll stop.
I feel the feeling is
it's not nice, is it?
It's quite horrible.
Because for men as well, it's an ego thing.
Exactly.
And that's like the biggest like poke to
Did you forgive?
Did I forgive? I actually did. I actually did then. Yeah, I did. I did, but at that time, no, I did.
No, but did you go back into the relationship?
I did now, but let me explain.
He's
at
like,
that
I did
time in
not
my
know this about
life,
you.
right, I was an unevolved Scorpio, right? So what that means is that I sought
You
vengeance.
didn't have the sharp...
Yeah, so I forgave to seek vengeance.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you
That's
did.
me.
Oh, okay. God,
Yeah.
That's not forgiveness.
But that was
That's
not
not
like, no,
forgiveness,
that's what I'm saying. But that was then. That was then. Now, like I would just, the truth of the matter is this, right? I feel like in relationships in general, but it's going to go to a whole different direction. I feel everybody just needs to say what they want. I think that's the biggest deficiency in most relationships, is that people can't actually say what they want. So people are saying, okay, you know what? I'm dating a good girl. I'm dating this. What do you actually want? What are your needs? What do you like? What are your desires? And if you can say that without the person looking at you crazy, then there's a chance for
this could work. Yeah,
Actual person.
like, but I think people just can't say what they want, and and like similarly as well, I feel everybody, the women, the men, everybody's playing a role to try and like secure the relationship.
Yeah.
But in truth, like people just need to really say what they want. To answer your question, I feel like Nigeria actually it does taint the way you look at like relationships,
Really?
and the way you look at marriage, and the way you look at all those things. It does, because I haven't really seen very like successful examples.
I think growing up, I had this kind of like, you didn't know that people cheated. It's just that marriage is
It's just
pinnacle,
this
isn't it?
thing,
It's
yeah.
perfect. And I think like having grown up, seeing people marriages and hearing certain truths, and you're like, oh, I didn't realize it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Uncle Shegun was a bad man.
You're married uncle with and you're just
so many
like,
things
this
make
and
sense
this
as
is
you get
just
older.
like,
You're like,
Yeah.
who was that woman that was always at every party?
what wasn't really,
exactly.
Yeah, like who was she? Like why was she
I
always
mean,
there?
when I was younger, I used to be a snitch. So I was,
Hey, yo.
no, I'm serious, I used to be a snitch.
He's
So I
learning so
remember
much about you
once-
today.
No, I'm serious. Like, I remember once I was like in primary school, and I got back and I told my
Okay,
auntie,
you went to King's College,
Yeah, I was in primary school. I told my auntie, I was like, there was a famous like Nigerian actress at the time on TV. And like my uncle picked her up like after. So I was like, I saw this woman on TV. The way the guy looked at me, like this little nigga. Like, he looked like I'll never forget the look. It's ingrained in my mind. The guy looked at me like, what? And me, I was just like excited.
Yeah,
to
of
say, like,
course, yeah.
I saw this lady on TV.
That's not snitching.
Like,
That is hilarious.
and then you find out that, okay, like we weren't meant to pick her up. Like,
Yeah. So now you're
on the
adults.
back.
You correct your friends who may cheat. Like if you saw your friend cheating, would you correct your friend?
I don't think. I don't. Like I said,
First of all, they say
Too far.
men and women matter. Don't put your mouth inside.
yeah.
What?
When it comes to men and women,
Oh,
don't
okay.
talk.
No. So I'm not telling you to tell his wife. I'm not telling you to get involved with the thing. I'm saying to
Yeah.
say to him, "Yo, bro, like
Chill.
you know."
No, there's some guys that
Because you don't want to be
There's
around
some
that,
guys that are doing too much.
Yeah, there's some guys doing too
So
much.
it has to be too much before you say chill.
Yeah.
No, wait. Let me define. There's some guys that are doing too much.
Yeah.
There's some other guys that I will ask them genuinely, like, what is why are you with this person? Like, just on a real level.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I just
yeah.
want to understand, because I don't know if you've thought deeply about it.
What you're doing, yeah.
Yeah, like why are you not the person that he's with? The girl, the side chick. I'm talking about his partner. Like,
okay.
why are you with her? Because if this person, like, if your partner is this amazing person and you can see the amazing qualities in her, then why, like, just like why
Why are you cheating?
why talk about, like, because you're going to mess her up, and and for some of them they can't really answer. It's just like, bro, like, I beg, leave me, or it is what it is. I think in some cases, like, if the person is my real friend, and I genuinely, because there's some people that, like, I don't even rate their girlfriends. Yeah,
So that one doesn't matter.
Whatever they're doing, boy, that's not me. But the ones that I rate, that okay, this person you're dating is solid.
Yeah.
I will sit them down at some point and have a conversation.
Yeah.
I try not to, like he said, I try not to get too involved in people's dating stuff.
Yeah.
Like I just think it's too much of a zoo or a jungle.
But any guy that's my friend that is messy enough to have a side babe in a place where we're in public.
Yeah.
You know, that's not really my guy.
Yeah,
And
but
I have to sit him down and talk to him. Like,
Yeah.
you can't be in the same space with me.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
that's just messy.
Yeah.
So I don't even deal with messy guys in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because the truth is that like the partner now also looks at me as his
Yeah, of
friend.
course. Yeah.
So like,
if you now hear, oh, you guys were all in the space together, then I'm also
so
by
like,
default.
so you're okay with
catching
all
the
that.
bullet.
Yeah.
Like
And
nah,
people
bro.
are mean. Sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, let me go speak to his missus then."
Oh,
Let's keep this like all in house kind of thing. It's like, don't drag me into it. I'm just an innocent bystander. Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear that.
Okay. I mean, we could talk to you guys for a long time.
I
but
know.
Audrey's got to go.
I
Pick up her
know,
daughter.
but shit.
This is a really good chat. I wish you
I
guys
know.
were on
I
time.
like it when we have men on because we can just ask them all the things.
Time too.
Okay, so where can everyone find you? What's going on? New album, festival, any dirty December plans? What's happening?
So we have a new album coming out on 3rd of November. It's called Africa Magic.
Bang.
It features a lot of amazing new artists and established artists, Nigerian, international, South African.
Can you tell us
all
who?
Africans.
Anyway?
Huh?
Can you tell us anyone?
When is this airing first? Let me throw.
Next week.
Wednesday.
Okay, I can't tell you all of them.
Okay.
But we have some, just like incredible artists, man. Some people that are featured on our previous album, some
Okay.
people that are brand new artists. You find out when we release the track list.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a really special album. We've been working on it for the best part of like 2 years now. And yeah, we're happy that it's finally out. We haven't put out like our own album for a couple of years. We did a project with the Cavemen last year. But yeah, so we're excited. We're excited to get back on the road, touring the music, showing people. We're having a listening session in London, in Toronto, in New York over the next couple of weeks. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting just to get back into the swing of like of release. It's called Africa Magic. It's themed on like Nollywood and a lot of like concepts in Nollywood, love, relationships, things like that.
That's like what we were talking about today.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Have you named it after the channel Africa Magic?
Yes, yeah. It's named after the channel. It's a play on the name of the channel, but it's also to speak on like the innate magic that Africans all over the world possess in creating stuff. Like we create something out of nothing all the time. This is an example of that, you know.
There's a storyline with the theme. Like the Africa Magic is now a series because we had like a Clone Wars series, we had a Palm Wine music series, and I think we're coming up with a new series in terms of African Magic, which has like, you know, so this is the first.
If you want to do with some kind of like story and visual storyline to it, I can write that if you want.
I'm down.
I'm actually being I
She's actually being serious.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay,
Right.
cool. I think that would be good.
I feel like if we connected for a reason.
Yeah.
exactly.
Look at me plan my future. Yep, absolutely. So November the 3rd.
November
African
the
Magic is
3rd,
out.
yep,
Okay, cool. Palm Wine Festival is happening
Palm
now.
Wine
isn't it?
Festivals happen in London. We're doing one in Lagos in December.
December what?
December 21st.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have a
Can
lot.
I get 25 guest list?
Yeah. Right, I got you. Send them.
Got you.
All your cousins, everybody.
Yeah, all my family members.
Fly
I can bring
down.
them all along.
Are you going to be in Lagos at Christmas?
Yes, I will.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you have to be there.
Yeah.
you have to
And
be
is it we're going to be an artist again from going back to a manager and then?
It is, man. It feels like, have you seen the show Severance?
Yes.
It feels like that
Okay.
sometimes.
I
Yeah,
get that.
because your manager mode, like literally we had Palm Wine Festival. The next day I was in manager mode. We're shooting some videos at like 6 a.m. I was on set, you know. So it's like,
It's like Hannah Montana.
I don't know that.
And I didn't think you get the reference.
Hannah Montana.
I didn't think you get the reference.
You know the song?
I think so, like Migos or something.
I don't even know who sang it, but
Yeah. You want to? I'll be very surprised if you understood that reference. To be fair, so,
Guys
yeah.
are OGs now. I don't really know how. But yeah, no, new album, new festivals, everything. This year, like we're in Lagos, they say we're like fourth quarter specialists. So like this year, we're just turning
This
up
is
the
your-
pressure. And yeah, this is
Amazing.
it.
Wale's on TikTok now, so.
Yeah,
Nice.
Oh, go follow.
TikTok,
So where can everyone find you?
everything
Where's your
at
Instagram?
Show Them Camp.
Okay.
Yeah, everything. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of that.
Nice. Thank you guys so much. We've
Thank
been
you.
amazing.
Yeah, this was such a good conversation.
Yeah. Thank you guys. That's it, Hans, for this episode of the Receipts podcast. I've been your girl, Tolly T.
Just call me Audrey.
And
You're now rocking with the SDC. Let's go.
okay. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys.